Good morning everybody. Hello, how are we all doing? Fantastic. I can only see chat in one section. Oh, I love technical difficulties. It's so funny how that works. But today we've got a very special stream. Today we are going to be revamping our entire stream setup, all right? You know, we got this stuff right here. Everything around me. This is great. It's been nice. It's been nice to, you know, start the streaming process. I feel like so far I've been in the tutorial phase of streaming, you know? Like this is the tutorial phase. You know, here, this is where I figure out what streaming is like, you know, but we gotta move forward. We have to progress. We have to become a higher level streamer, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today, is we are going to do a lot of cool stuff. I realize I didn't even have my welcome screen up. Whoops. What kind of art stream is this? I didn't have my welcome screen up. But hello everybody. Hey, can't think of a username. I like that username. Hey everybody, nice to see you all here. Hello, Raccoon. Hello, Comic Wiz. What's up everybody? Matthew. Hi Israel. Hey Bevo. What's up everybody? So, this is probably gonna be the last time we see this streaming setup. You know, this was a very easy streaming setup. I set this up so quick. Literally, all this was is I went online and found this stock footage of this weird, like, you know, digital effect thing. And I turned it orange. Like, that's all I really did for this background. And so it's time to put a little bit more effort into it. Hey, Mega Boy Animations. So today we're going to put more effort into it. You guys are going to see the behind the scenes on how the streaming works. And let's go with an overview first. And I think the best way to do an overview is... we're going to go right here. I'm going to show you my streaming program. So if I go...
Tartar sauce.
Okay, I realized that I didn't... so here's the funny thing, huh? Here's the funny thing. Sources are very funny in this program. Sources are very funny in this program. So right here you can see that I've got desktop audio running. I've got my microphone running. And then I've got the stream background, which is actually the video file playing behind me. It doesn't have any audio, so it doesn't matter. There's also Elgato Cam. If I turn this up, you're going to hear an echo, which is not what we want, because that's actually, like, the camera plugged in right now. So, the reason it didn't work is because this is the scene I had prepared. It was the full screen thing, so I could show you my screen in full screen. And if you notice, I have a source of a camera and my display. I didn't add my audio input device. So let's go ahead and add my Yeti microphone. And now when we transition, you should still be able to hear me. So that was the problem. I didn't actually add the microphone into that scene. So I can continue showing. Like, we've got stream countdown, which, you know, back and forth. It's that. We also have a stream countdown through, because I've been doing some streams in widescreen, so that's funny. And then we have, like, a bunch of different setups with our old background, including, I forgot, I still have Dollar Store Cam plugged in. Hey Dollar Store Cam, how we doing? Look at the quality difference between Dollar Store Cam and, like, my actual camera. This is funny. That is a world of difference. I still love Dollar Store Cam because it could be useful at some point, though. It's a nice second camera. That is our goal, William. It's not a promise. Our goal is to do that, but I can.
We promise nothing.
What I can promise you is that we're probably gonna be late more than anything. I can promise you that we have no idea when it's coming out, but that's just our goal for us as we've been working. We've been like working to that goal, and we've been doing moderately okay. So it'll be around there, but can't promise it on that day. All right, so yeah, we have. I don't even know what this is. This is something else. I guess I have another full screen version or something with the camera flipped. Oh, this is weird. If I just put my hand... There's so many of me on the screen right now. It's very enjoyable. But look at this. I'm supposed to have chat right here. Ah, there you guys are. So what we're doing in this stream, Super Nelson, is we're going to be upgrading our streams. We're actually going to be creating the art. So we have had previously, right? Previously we've been doing this. This has been our stream setup for art streams and in general streams. I want to make a new layout. I don't want to buy something. I don't want to have something that somebody else has previously made. I want to make my own stream setup that has, you know, some fun design elements to it. So, my idea, first off, the most important idea is we have to match my YouTube channel for the JJ Streams. And if we go to the JJ Streams channel and ignore all of the many clickbaity thumbnails on the homepage, we've got this salmon red that we need to, also I'm only subscribed to like 2 channels, it's really funny. But the salmon red is a very important color for the JJ Streams channel, so I want to emulate that in our stream background. Potentially also this like teal green blue that I made my suit color in my icon. So like maybe teal and salmon, but most importantly salmon. And we'll maybe get some different shades of the salmon. At the end of the day, I might even redo this top bar, just because this top bar, I mean, I like it for right now. I might keep it for a little bit longer, but like, if we do a full brand styling of the streams, it would be nice if the header matched that. You watched the full movie of This Point in Your Life, and it was amazing. I'm super happy you enjoyed that. That is fantastic. Well, William, we hope that it will be a wonderful birthday present for you. We hope to get it out in time, but it goes at the pace of our work schedule, so we'll see what happens. It is a whole 2 weeks away, which is nice. We do have a bit of time.
We do have a lot of things going on in that time, though, so...
We do have a lot of scheduled events happening around there. We're very busy outside of work, too. Alright, and so, yeah, so, I mean... There's some things like this, right? We've got the Jackbox streams, if I can actually go to the full screen. I feel like the Jackbox stream, we're going to keep it as is. Maybe I can upgrade it with, like... I mean, we're never playing outside music during Jackbox streams, so we would never need that. I feel like our Jackbox streams... Oh, that's so funny. Even though I have... Yeah. So Jackbox is probably covered. I don't think we even need to change our Jackbox streams. Just because I like it. I mean, I guess we could have Jackbox streams going with the other thing as well. Also, this is something... Look at this. We're above our sub goal. I haven't changed the sub goal setting. We had a 25 subscriber goal, and we're at 28 out of 25. That's great. So this widget is very funny. We're going to be editing these as well, but the widgets are actually controlled by a different website. And if I go in here, my goals, my subscription goal progress is 28. Well, that's a little loud in my ear. And we can actually edit our, like, overlays. So if I go to my overlays gallery, or maybe just overlays, we've got, here's the Jackbox Games overlay. And so as you can see, I actually have it in here. I actually have a template of the video file as a picture in the background. But if I were to move this, and then click save, and then go back to the streaming program, look, it's now crazy over there. So we can actually add these like animated things that interact live with our YouTube channel through that website. And we pull the data from that website into the streaming program here, which is really nice. Yeah, this is like 2 mirrors, yeah. So we're going to be messing with this website a little bit today as well, as we create our ultimate new brand perfect background. Speaking of which, I want to make a thing that shows us when we're about to get to 500 subscribers. And I know that we're like at, what are we at?
487.
487. So if we get 3 more subscribers, I can start a counter that goes like a 10 goal, right? Because then that 10 would give us to a 500, so that'd be nice. Also, I think that there's a trick that I could do to cheat a little bit in how that looks, because there's a lot of here. Wait, I think I did a test one. Yeah, I'll leave this. Actually, I didn't save it, so it's gonna be weird on that one, but that's okay. I made a test one, and in this test one, I don't think I saved it. No, but I can test all the different widgets because there's so many different things, and potentially what I could add in instead of the goal is a total subscriber count, and then it gives us just our number. And then I could probably just add text. Can I just add text? Let's see. I don't know. What would that be? Static. Okay. And I can probably just make the text say... Oh. Can Control-Z work? Oh, good. I'm so happy Control-Z works on this website. So we can say, like, out of 500, just on the text, and then boom, we plop that next to it, and then it looks like it's a counter. It just says that many out of 500. So that could be a cheap trick to make our own counters, just because we're oddly limited in the goals widget. So I don't think I want it to be a SpongeBob theme. No, I feel like we can have SpongeBob maybe elements or references, because obviously that's a big part of, the content that I've made on YouTube. But I want the streams to be kind of their own thing. I want them to be the J Chase streams, basically. to not echo that like iconic name too much, but that's kind of the goal there. So let me show you guys the ideas I have. I found some references that I really liked, and so I actually made a new folder called New Streaming Assets. And in here, I found a lot of stuff that I really liked, because my idea for a stream background, I want something that's looking like clean, fresh, and fun. And your birthday is Christmas. Very fun. I have two specific designs that people have actually made. So this is one design that somebody made, and it looks really fun. I like how it almost looks like a like an apple. What happened? Our music's playing in the bedroom. No, are you playing music?
I'm not playing music. I was wondering what it was.
That's funny. Apparently this was like an alarm time. You can't play Spotify right now. You have the... I want to listen here. My Spotify decided to start playing in our other room. So I'll play in this computer, please. And then we'll play our streaming music. Okay, there we go. That was weird. It's like an alarm went off in our room and started playing music. Our entire house is synced up to my Spotify, so whenever a device asks for it, it's going to be like... somewhere. Just everywhere in the house. So, do I have the arrows, or is it just picking up one image at a time for some reason? That's fun. I wanted it to look at all the images so I could cycle through. Can I just go... Is there a way to do this, like, organizedly? No? There's not even just an open button? If I open, it's going to open all of them separately, won't it? It didn't even do that. Oh well, that's okay. If you guys see jelly, it's okay. Perfect. A new program? Not really. This is the program that I've always used. I've just never shown it. This is the streaming program. I've just never shown it on stream itself because it gets very incursive in how, like, you're just seeing the... Oh, that's funny. Movie night, we used the dollar store cam, which is on the ground still. Here, I can... Dollar store cam. Dollar store. my drawing tablet pen's in the way there. Dollar store cam. There we go. Actually, I feel like the ground view is funnier. We're just gonna keep it there. All right. So, back to what we were discussing here. If I go to the... Oh, now that's funny. Let's just keep it there for a while. This is like a competition bracket. It's like all of these different... First round, we have this one fighting this one, and this one won. This is very nice. I do drink orange juice. Orange juice is my juice of choice. It is very good. So, I liked this wavy background. It's very nice. It's very clean. Reminds me of kind of like iPhone, Apple products. And that's a very fun design. I would change out the greens for our own, salmon red. But we'll figure that out. I also don't know if I like the ribbons. I don't really like the ribbon element of it. Although I realize now that that's not even... I can't even tell if it is a ribbon because part of me thinks that it isn't. It kind of looks like a ribbon. It's weird how, yeah. So I don't like the ribbon look, but I do like the general idea of that waviness. This is another design that goes like dark mode. This is the dark mode wavy, which is very cool, very like, it's also closer to our color palette, which we'll have to make an actual color palette today. Oh yeah, you know what? The green, white, and black is definitely Xbox. So we're sticking away from that. We're definitely sticking with our salmon color. I want to be careful with the salmon color though, because there's a couple of choices we can make. We can do gradient. Gradients would look really pretty. Like right here, we've got, this guy actually has, they did like a, it's a gradient, but they have like a noise pattern over it. So it looks very cool and textured. And that's one choice we have, is whether we do a textured gradient or just a plain smooth gradient. And I really like how they do, like, all the text here is very minimalist. The other alternative we could do is doing like pixel art text, because I really like streams that have like the pixel letters as all of their text, everything. No, it doesn't mean it does dark jokes. Dark mode is just in any program or like, you know, browser. When you have dark mode, it's just everything is darker colored, so it's easier on your eyes apparently when you're in like a dark room. But yeah, so this is that more like chill environment, while the brighter version would be much more of the awake environment. And so we kind of can, I think we can actually choose our colors later, because I have a technique that I'm going to be doing in After Effects where we create the entire background in grayscale. So it basically goes from white to black, and then we can go in and actually change what the middle gray is, what the secondary gray is, what white is, and we can like adjust the colors after the fact. It's like making a template and then choosing the colors on the outside. I do have merch, yes. If I do my handy dandy, I don't know which one it is. It's this one. My merch is right there below. It is jchasefilms.store. We have like 3 different product lines right now, and it's the Sugar Rush Candy Company shirt. We've got the J Chase Films merch itself, and then we have some Crunchy Cow stuff from our episode 10 of Smudge Up in Your Life. Good morning. I have a question. Do you have a PC at the bottom right of your desk? Yeah, that's funny. If I actually go back to, I have so many displays here. So if we go back to this is the setup. My wiring is very bad. I don't have a very organized wire setup. But that's also because I'm like unplugging and replugging all the time. Like I'm changing my stuff all the time just for streams and whatnot. But yeah, so this is my monitor setup as well. Is we have this lovely top screen that has, you know, extra data, and most of the time if you're seeing my computer screen, you're seeing this bottom one. When it's on stream, this is the one that I actually show on stream. But yeah, it's a nice computer. It's got a whole cool glass side and RGB lights that blink back and forth. I'm a cool gamer, not gonna lie. So yes. You need to get that checked out? What do you mean, get what checked out? Oh, you mean you mean I need to check out the SpongeBob ripoff Coconut Fred? Okay, you need to get that checked out. Sounds like a medical thing. How many people do we have in our crew? Oh, the wires. I do need to get that checked out. Yes, that is. I really just need like some like ties. You know, just like tying it all together so it just is one tangle of mess instead of multiple.
I bought you. It's on your desk.
What's on my desk?
There's the Velcro stuff that you asked for.
Yes. They're not exactly the Velcro things I need.
Oh.
So she got me this thing because she tried to get me the Velcro thing. And what it is it's Velcro, but it's the one side that sticks to the other, and they're separate, and there's sticker on the back. So there's not actually a way to just wrap it over on itself, which is what I need. What I actually need...
Stick it to itself.
But each individual... I'd have to, like, carefully undo, like, half and half. If I wrap it. It could work, yes.
I feel like you're making this a lot harder than it needs to be.
The product designer made this harder. This is, like... used for attaching it to something else.
Bruh, it's from the dollar store. How good could it be?
It's dollar store, exactly.
What? No, I hate it.
Don't undo it. Don't undo it. I'm gonna use it at some point.
I'm just telling you. Look. Stick it to itself.
Okay. That would work.
Yeah. I wanted to answer William's question. It's the two of us.
Yeah. we are the crew. We are the two people who are the crew. The only other person that we have on the regular is, well, we have some animators that we hire out, but they're not like part of the crew. It's just that we give them work when we have the extra work.
I feel like Rofi's part of our crew.
Rofi's definitely part of the crew, despite not being part of the crew. He's definitely our most integral animator.
He lives in another country, but he's amazing, and we always.
He is fantastic. We always work with him.
I'm the brains, you're the creativity, and Rofi's the workhorse.
Yes, absolutely. And Bevo, I think your comments are automatically getting hidden because that's a self-promotion kind of thing. But
Do that.
we're not doing that though. I'm just seeing that they're getting automatically hidden. Okay, so we have these these are the ones that were made by other people. And they're cool, and they give us an idea of what this looks like in overall stream. But I also have these reference images, which are just random images, but they have cool designs that we can copy from. So, now this is such a tiny image. I can't make it any bigger. So this is one that has a lot of grain. The gradient itself is nothing but grain, and that's a really cool different design. This one is really cool because it has like the... Can I zoom in on any of these? I'd like to just zoom in. Here we go. This one has these circles that are like only lines. Like that's a really cool thing that's going on here. I think the hardest thing to actually replicate for us would be these little bubbles. Because at the end of the day, I didn't describe this. Hey, bye, Alex. But I want this to be animated, just like our previous background was. So when it comes to these cool wavy patterns, I actually want it to wave like liquid. That's the goal. The goal is to do... oh, by the way, Chick-fil-A, by the way, all the way. Super Nelson. 100% Chick-fil-A all the way. I've never had Raising Cane's. I actually don't know what that is.
It's another chicken place.
Another chicken place? Yeah, I haven't had it. So I can't really compare them because I haven't had it, but I love Chick-fil-A.
You love Chick-fil-A more than anything.
Chick-fil-A is my favorite restaurant, pretty much, so... Yes. So this is a cool design. I almost want to imitate this entirely, with the exception of this weird pattern that's going on in the middle. I don't know if I like that. So, here's the thing. Illustrator would be the smartest way to start. But I haven't learned Illustrator, so I would be suffering a whole lot. I'm either tempted to start the design process in Animate, which I know is weird, but it's what I'm comfortable with. Or I could do it in After Effects, but After Effects doesn't have good snapping. So, but After Effects is where we're going to finish all the work. All the work is going to be finished because we have to animate it there. But starting the work, it could be nice to do that design phase. I mean, I could try Illustrator. I seriously need to learn it more because I started learning, and I know like the bare minimum, but I would be so slowed down if I tried to use it fully. I need to go through and just like go through a full like lynda.com tutorial. I realize lynda.com doesn't exist anymore. It's called something else now. It's called like LinkedIn Learning or something. Because LinkedIn bought lynda.com. It was such a good name for a tutorial website. Have I gone to Legoland? I don't know if I've gone to Legoland. I think I might have once. Or I just went to the miniature version of Legoland in like Disney. I went into the little like Lego World part of Disney, I think, at one point. Okay, let's see. How much do I know Illustrator? So if I create a new, and then let's make it 1080. We're going to see if I can use Illustrator, but I don't think so. Okay, just the pen tool. Which one is that? This one? Okay, can I make the background not the checker pattern? I would like to... Oh, gosh. See, there's so many things that I just... feel like you're going to know this program. Oh, I just full screened it. That was accident. Are we in touch mode? Okay, essentials. Legitimately, don't know how this program works. But yes, I could just do this. Oh man, I really need like a white background though. Properties? Anything? Nah. Alright, well I'm gonna do this probably not in Illustrator for today just because I am super unfamiliar with it. Yeah, the Legoland at Disney's really fun. Do they still have the? I love the Loch Ness monster that they have in the water there. Create a new file probably would have been a good start. But I think I'm gonna stick away from Illustrator just for today, just because I don't want to have to go through like piece by piece. Nice, Bevo. I'm glad you like it so much. This is another design that we could do, and this almost looks like a paper cutout version where each layer has like the shadow on the next. And I feel like at the end of the day, we can try all these different styles. We just have to start with animating the waves. Once we have the waves, we can change the style of the waves to whatever we want to. This is also a very stylized version where like each one has a highlight edge. Like, this is very cool and almost 3D. And it has the shadows casting down on each one as well. So each one's almost like a layer of a cake. Welcome, Jacob. You're plenty early. We just got started. This one is a very cool one. Because for this one, it's like the color changes over time. I feel like we'd have to intentionally set up to do this one, though. Because this is one of the ones that you'd want a lot of layers for. Although maybe it's still an idea that we can still use with our smaller amount of layers. Because we're probably only going to have, like, this many layers. You know, like, in the real examples, they don't have a whole lot. It's like 3 layers at maximum, so we're not going to have a whole lot of layers to even work with. And that's going to be okay. So this is one other thing that looks really cool. And it's like it reminds me of pixel art a little bit, with this styling of the different things melting down. And we could maybe implement some melting. I'm almost thinking of implementing the melting either in, like, the widget notifications, because one thing, we have a couple of things that we're going to add to the stream that we've never done before. First, I'm going to interact with chat before I continue that sentence. Underwater fires are actually a real thing. It occurred in west of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, so Bikini Bottom is located there. That's funny. Avatar trailer, we don't have a date of when that's coming out. Our goal in working is for it to come out on Friday the 5th of August, but that's just a goal. It might not happen then. That's just our goal. It's going to come out when we're done with it. And no, it's not actually located there, but I do like the joke. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with enough just fuel in general, this is becoming almost a just chatting stream. With enough fuel in general, fire underwater is totally possible. I mean, you can have fire on water, which is funny when you have the surface of the ocean covered in oil. So this is a cool melt pattern. We could also just have all the waves lined up with each other, which I think is too geometric, so we're probably not going to do that. But I do like the way that they gradient this, where it's dark on each half and light on the other. And then this is just another example of graininess. This is look at this guy. He's so happy to give an example. Literally just a minimal, like, this is entirely, like, iPhone inspired with just the rounded corners and the shadow on the back. But I like it. It's clean. It's fresh. And the last example I have that I liked was this one, which incorporated not only the waves, but also these circles. So I feel like I really like the idea of circles and waves, and we'll try to get that in our own color pattern. So I'm going to open a brand new... We're going to start in After Effects, I think, because I need to experiment with this. And no, buddy, I cannot make you a poster. I can't make you guys stuff for free just randomly. So please don't ask for that. I am not your internet slave over here. I am an entertainer and a person who works. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Boom. I think I want to experiment with this a little bit because I've got a couple effects that I think are going to work. And I just want to try them out for a second. So new project. I guess we should organize this. I guess we should put this in a place that makes sense. File, save as. Let's save this somewhere. Somebody made the paddy wagon? Now that's cool. Every so often you guys will say random things, and not everything I'm interested in. And that's okay, because I'm my own person and I can have my opinions. But every so often somebody says something that sounds really cool, and I'm like, what do you mean somebody made the paddy wagon? And that sounds very cool. A couple of people seem to have made it. I like this person's design much better. That's so funny that 2 years ago somebody made it, but they just made it too realistic. This one is like much more on the nose. Also, very good clickbaity, like That's a very good video setup. I'm not going to watch it. I think I got the whole gist of the video just by looking at the thumbnail. But they did a very good design. Like, that actually looks like the cartoon paddy wagon. Good on them. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this under our main files. I have like a whole streaming folder set up. So I'm going to go into streaming files, and we're going to put this under new streaming assets, and we're going to call this Wavy of, I don't know, graphics. I guess. So here's the thing, right? We have to figure out, I want to add a couple of screens that we've never had. So far in our streaming, we've had our main stream set up. We've had, is there a better example here? What's this like? I want something that's bigger. I mean, I guess we could legitimately just use the thing that we already had up. So if we use this as an example, this shows us a lot of the things that we could have. I have a starting student screen already, right? We have the Patrick sitting down and watching the thing. We don't really need an offline screen because we're not on Twitch, so we don't need, offline screen is pointless. Starting soon, we have, I feel like the other things that we might need are the intermission screen, right? An intermission is just when we go full screen. Like, we have a lot of stuff that we need to do. But let's go again and talking time. I like just talking time. But that's another thing we have to do is setting up these little icons, the last follow, last donator, stuff like that, which integrates with this website here so that we can have the stuff, you know, going live on the page. We're going to need to make some little design assets for that. So, we're going to create a new composition. We're going to make it 1080. And, I don't know, where's, oh man, wave test 1. Let's start with that. So what I'm going to do is just drop in a brand new solid. And a solid in After Effects is basically just a, like, graphics thing. It's just a big square the size of the actual composition, but I can edit it and change it and do some stuff with it. So I'm going to shrink it for now, and we're going to use the, what is it called? Wave Warp, I think? Wave Warp. And this is going to be, oh, actually, you know what? I don't want it to be smaller. I just want to use a mask. All right, so we're going to use a mask. And putting Wave Warp on this. Ta-da, we're done. No. This effect has everything we're ever going to need. So if we use Sign, this is going to be probably what we're going to end up using because that's the rounded edges. But it also has square, triangle, sawtooth. Sawtooth is actually really cool. Circle. Ooh, circle might be useful to us, actually. Semicircle is not going to be as useful to us. Uncircle. What is an uncircle? They really went and said uncircle. Noise. Noise is very interesting, too. And then smooth noise. Oh, I like smooth noise a lot. Okay, so we're going to start with Sign, though, because this is like our most simple thing. Godzilla movie. I have not seen the Godzilla movie. I haven't seen any of the big monster movies. Really, the closest thing to a monster movie I've seen is like Transformers. It's the biggest like giant things running around. Yeah. Okay, just double checking them up on chat, but yeah. Perfect. So we can do a couple of things. First off, we're able to put a wave warp on here. We can change the height of it. We don't want a lot of height, honestly. If anything, I mean, we can extend the height if we extend the width. So it's kind of figuring out this here. All right. If I go ahead and extend this to side, that'll be still okay. And now, one thing we can do is add a wave warp on the wave warp and make it probably wider. And then change the height. And now this should... Oh, I don't want to change the angle. I just wanted to change the phase. This should drastically change... Oh, this right now just looks cool on its own. This looks like a snake moving. That's really cool. So this is something that we can start doing is layering this effect on top of itself and adding a couple of other effects as well. One thing I actually don't need is the bottom of it. I really want to basically create an asset that is its own like top layer here. So let's go ahead and make even a wider width. How's the height here? Okay, let's turn that off. I just want to look at one at a time. really big on the width. Let's go really big. Favorite SpongeBob character? At this point, Plankton. I feel like it changes for every time I answer this question, but yeah. It does look like a wheeling piece of bacon, so we're going to have to... If I offset this a little bit, let's just look at the one half here. Yin and yang. And so let's see... Pinning? Oh, yes. I do want it to pin, I think, on the left and right. So let's do... Can I do both? Left edge, right edge, horizontal edges. I think that's that. Right? Yeah, horizontal edges. Okay. So let's go ahead and figure out how long we want the animation to loop for. I feel like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. It could just be the 5 seconds is going to be good enough for us. This is also going way too fast already. So the wave speed, let's make it down to like 0.1 and see how fast this is. Because this is going to be during live streams. I want this to be a really chill and slow animation. That's not even a full loop though. We need to at least have a full loop. So it might be a 10-second loop. Let's see if we can go composition. Composition settings. Let's make this... I feel like even 10 seconds isn't that much. Like... How much do I want it to loop for? Let's go with 15 seconds. I mean, honestly, how much do I have my current loop going? My current loop is a little special, though. Because the current loop has, like, a... I think 15 seconds is going to be good. We're going to go with 15 seconds because at the end of the day, we're going to have a lot of warpy stuff going on through here. So... Okay. Yeah, right, just start counting out the seconds. This will be a stream where I just count. It's one of, like, the Mr. Beast counting things. So, if we have the sine wave basically starting here, we get a full loop at right around 10 seconds, it looks like. Alright, that makes sense. So, it's going at a 0.1, which means every 10 seconds it's going to do a full loop. If we go to 15, we're going to be at the other half of it, I think. Yes. So let's go with 20 just so that we match the math of the computer here. The computer is wanting a certain type of math, and so we're going to go 20 just to make this even. So now it'll start and stop at the same place. And if I actually play this animation at the end, it should look like it loops to the beginning. And that did. That 100% just looked like it looped. Perfect. Okay, so we have a 20-second loop. We can do this again at another phase. Let's see if I can do... So we have this one. I feel like I feel like it needs to be even bigger though. I feel like I messed up a little bit by having it only be this small. 300? Is it always going to loop no matter what size I make it? I'm wondering. It will! It's always going to loop no matter what size I make it, which is very nice. I feel like this is much closer to the size we want though. I feel like some of that stuff would be fun. It'd be fun to randomly pop in too. Yeah, stuff like that. If we do that though, it'll be a much longer end-up animation, which isn't bad. It just makes a bigger video file, and the biggest thing I want is to make sure that whatever we do here with this background, it's a small file so it never causes lag with our stream. It does look like a wave right now. My goal is to make it not look like a wave later. So we're going to go ahead and add on this second one, and now this is where we get a little crazy. So I want a really big width. Really big. And we might even use a different effect, but... Alright, so that's where we're at. I want it to be even bigger. We're going to go giant with it. Alright, and so now if I shorten this down, now we're getting much closer to the effect that I was hoping for. So let's go with a slower speed of like 2, and now let's see if this loops. It looks like it does. So far everything's looping on us. We're like, oh, now this is what I'm hoping for. So now we're getting this like lava lamp kind of effect, and that's what I was really wanting to try to find. Yes, it is a kitty behind us. We actually have 2 kitties behind me. If I go ahead and throw my streaming stuff up on top so that I can... We've got 1 cat here and 1 cat here. It's good stuff. Can also jump back. Let's use this graphic, you know. This will be our last stream with it. We might as well keep this for a bit. I feel like my After Effects is big enough for you guys to see here. Alright, let's fit this in. So this is now much closer to that warpy effect that I'm hoping for. It's also still going a bit too fast, honestly. I don't like how fast it's going. So can I make this... I could either make both slower. Oh no. I feel like if I go at 0.5, it's not going to work, and it's not going to loop. Oh, does that loop? Why is it faster now? Why does it look... Oh, because I didn't want 0.5, I want 0.05. I want half of 1. Thank you. Oh, does it not go that low? No, it does. It just averages up. Okay. So it's still looping. It looks like as long as we do, like, multiples of the same number, we're going to be good. You suck at Pictionary? I think I'm okay at Pictionary because of all my drawing, like, practice. Interesting that I'm getting lag on the main monitor up there. Does it lag when I'm rendering this out right now? Because maybe it is. That's funny that it lags my top screens there. Let me know if you guys see lag whenever I'm doing that. So no, it's not supposed... Well, it's supposed to sort of be a wave. At the end of the day, I don't want it to be too fast. We are emulating this design. So every little bit of this flowy graphic that we're creating is going to be on the corners of our live stream. So it's not really a wave. It's more of a lava lamp kind of thing. This interpretation is more of a ribbon thing. I don't want to go ribbon. I really want to go wavy. So yeah, we're creating... Okay, yeah, you're saying it is lagging every time I do that. So basically, every time I try to render in After Effects here, it's taking up all my computer power and doing that. So we'll see how much we can do for that. I don't think I have a choice in that matter. We'll just have to, every time I render it, we'll know there's going to be lag during that point. Okay. Yes, it's a good cheese quote. So, this is pretty good. This also could be good for just one of them. I feel like we could have a wave that is very wide, so it almost doesn't look like a wave, but rather like if I just make a brand new one of this. Let's make a new one. Let's delete the first bit here. Actually, you know what? Let's only keep on the first bit. Let's turn it down a whole lot. I want almost no height on this. Very subtle. And now what I want is on the first one, I want it to be extremely wide. I want to see only like one part of the bump. So let's make this like 2,000 in width. There we go. So if I press play on this and also turn on the other thing, this should be very subtle, but also has like a wavy shape to it. I might need to make it a little less subtle, just because it's not... I don't know. This is good. I feel like this right here could be used in a lot of elements for me. Especially if I figure out what the highest and lowest parts are. This could be a good, like, border element. Yeah, the lagging every time I render. So it's gonna lag every time I try to render it. Just letting you know that. I'll try to remind you before I do it. But so this is cool. Does it loop at least? Let's see if it loops. A little bit of lag. Here we go. It does loop. I love that no matter what I do, it's just gonna always loop. I like when the program is easy. So this is very nice. We'll keep that as one of our options for graphics. We've got our first one too. Now this first one is so much more dynamic and cool. Let's keep this one as well, and let's do a third. We're just gonna keep going from here. What else might I need? I mean, we've got this super dynamic one. The only thing I can think of is doing another dynamic one, but just in a different style. Yeah. That's all I can think of, is doing another one. Maybe with really high peaks, but it goes slow. Let's try one that goes with high peaks but slow. So let's go... let's actually go wider on this one. We can probably keep it at its pace. And then this one, oh, we're doing something cool with this. Let's make a higher height. And Oh, man. Let's go a larger width. Okay. It doesn't look like it's animating at the right pace. Oh, are they both at the same speed? Let's go with a... Oh, that's at 0.5 still. What's half of that? 0.25? Is it going to go that small? I hope it does. Good. You don't know how to use it? Yeah, this is After Effects. It is quite complex, but it's the program I've used the most in my life. Oh, this is cool. Is it still looping? Uh-oh, I did the math wrong and now it's not looping. It's going too slow now. I feel like I'd have to make it twice as long for this one to work. Composition settings. Let's try 40 seconds. I mean, when I make it slow, I guess I have to kind of think ahead for this. Let's see if this loops now. Oops, I went too far. Alright, so if I press play, now it loops. So if I double the timeline... So I just have to think in doubles, and we're going to be still good with the loop. It's going to lag every time I do that, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, because it doesn't lag when I just drag through, right? Like, it's not really lagging. So I guess I just can't press the play button. Every time I press the play button, it's going to lag. But right now, it's not lagging for you guys, right? So I can do this, and we're fine. So that's good. So this is interesting, but it still kind of is keeping the same shape. And that's probably just because of this top one, because the top one is a... No, that's the bottom one. Yeah, the top one is very distinctive here. Maybe changing the height down a bit would be helpful. Ooh, that's cool. Let's add one more wave warp on top. Let's just make this really wave... Not that type. So really high in the width. Actually, let's try this. At a wave speed of 0.2. Now that's getting rocky. That's interesting. We're going to get a little bit of lag while I press play. Instead of Adobe Animate, I use Flip a Clip. There we go. Yeah, no, it's definitely easy. Easy there. So this is a very smooth moving thing. Alright, I'm going to stop pressing play so we don't get the lag as much. I don't know if this third one being so small is all that helpful. I feel like I actually want it bigger and maybe have a bigger height change. Let's see how much of a difference that makes. Okay, I mean, that's neat. Let's do one last one, and I feel like, yes, we're jumping into the, like, depths of complexity here with this many versions of this, like, effect layered on top of each other. Got 4 wave warps interacting with each other right now. I'm gonna make this one, like, 1,000 big. I want 1,000, not 100. And we'll make it fairly big on the height. And we're going to make it move at a 0.3. That's even faster than anything else so far. How fast is that? Is that too fast? 0.3 might be too fast. 0.3 is very fast. Let's go back to like 0.2. Fun! Well, I just turned off the complexity for a second so I can look at this one, because I want to look at the individual effect that I'm adding, and then I can turn all the complexity back on, because I want the one that I add... Oh, whoa, this... Okay, I'm going to press play on this for a little bit, because this looks cool. Also, is the audio lagging when I do this? Tell me if the audio lags. If it does, then I'll make sure not to talk during this, but if the audio is not lagging, then I can at least talk to you guys, despite the visuals lagging. So tell me if the audio lags when I do this. It's important for me to know here. Alright. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. Okay. So if I actually end this, maybe it'll stop lagging. Here, is this, are we good? There we go. So it's not lagging and we get to see it. So this is the coolest version so far. It's got this really cool flowing thing. I feel like there's one bit of it that's not animating fast enough. So let me see which one that is. Alright, audio good? That's good. I can't stop. I have to do it like that. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. Which one is it? It's this right here, I think. I think it's going at the same pace. I need to not have any of these going at the same pace. And these two are both going at 2. Because if they're going at the same pace, it actually doesn't... It doesn't even matter that I added them. Because the point is I want them to go at different paces. That way, everything ripples differently. So right now I have one going at 0.25. I have one going at 0.1. And these two are both going at the same pace, which is not helpful. God, what can I do? I still want to do doubles. I could do 1, right? No, that's 1. That's 0.25. I could do 0.05. So let's do 0.05 on this. Let's see how this looks. I understand it's lagging, but I have to have it lag in order to watch it.
If you don't like it, turn it off.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can go watch something else. I'm not holding you hostage here. We're hanging out, but there's no way for me to get the good view. Okay, so this looks like we fixed that problem. And now all these waves are moving at their own pace. And it looks like everything's kind of... Yeah, this is cool. Alright, pressing play, it's going to lag a little bit, but nonetheless. Also, the bottom of it, we're not going to see. Like, right now, you see that the bottom of it has the black peeking up into it. We're going to fix that so that we don't see the black peeking up. Alright, here, I'm just going to shorten it down to just this much. And we're going to look at this as it is. Okay. This is nice. This is very serene, especially listening to this music right now. I like that. That's good. Alright, we're going to keep that one as it is. I don't want to change it. Whenever we get something that's good, I want to make sure we have a backup of it so it stays good. Our other one... Okay, so then we still have this, like, super simple one. Super simple one's good. And then we've got this one, which actually still might be my favorite. The very first one we did has these very distinctive shapes. I really like the very first one we did. I might do one more before we start taking these elements and then building something with them. So let's see what else. We have a super subtle one. We've got this one that we really like. And then we've got a really complex one that has a lot of waving going on. Let's make one more. What can we do with one more type? You're good, man. I understand. Lag isn't fun. I mean, it's not preferable, but I can only do what I can do. Yes, we can turn the music up a little bit. It is, yeah, no, I'm supposed to keep it around 30, and I had it at... So this is how I know where the music is I just check my desktop audio down here. Here, wait, let me go to the full screen. I check my desktop audio, and I'm trying to always make it in like around 30 to 35. And that seems to be the level that you guys say is good, audio-wise. Let me know, though, if even this is not good, but, like, this seems to be... And my voice tries to kick up here into, like, the -10 area. But yeah, so that's generally what I've discovered has been working well. Man, you knit everything! That's fun. Okay. So what else could we do for the waves? Let's turn off this one, look at this one. Let's actually start with the subtle one. We're gonna use the subtle and add something on top of the subtle. I feel like the subtle is a very... just... Oh, that's weird. When you add such a tiny toothed one. You know what we haven't tried? We haven't tried using the circle type. So let's try using the circle type and making it really wide. I don't know if I like it. Height up. Huh. Now this is interesting. Ew, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I don't think it's as good as the sign. If we go back to sign. Yeah, sign is just so much better. I have played Mario Odyssey, and I loved it. It was really good. Mario Odyssey was very, very, very fun. I remember when we were playing through it, and all the hints towards moon stuff, I'm like, we're going to the moon at the end of this game, right? Like, that has to be where we're going. And I was right. No spoilers. You maybe go to the moon. Anyway, it's a really fun game. It's an older game at this point, so hopefully I didn't spoil that. Which is funny, though, because we go back to the Super Mario Galaxy era. They just can't not go into space with Mario games anymore. Which is funny. Like, this is the first game... Because we had Super Mario 3D World, but 3D World felt, I think... I mean, I actually hadn't played it, but it looked a bit more like a... the scroller games, you know? Because they have their scroller games, and then they have their main games. But I guess it's not. I guess it technically was a main 3D game title. I just never played it. Whoa, this is going at a very fast pace. Because it's at 1. Okay, well, let's not have it go at 1, please. Let's go 0.3. I know it's still a little fast, but maybe it's okay to have a fast one in here. It tells the end no spoiler, right? I was a little late on the no spoilers. A little late on that no spoilers warning. Okay, what's the pacing here? It looks like only one wave effect is active. Maybe that's just because the other ones are so subtle. Maybe if I change the height of them, we'll see them a bit more. Is that what I want? We'll try that. Oh! That's interesting. That's an insanely huge wave. Oh, wow. So apparently it can lag so much that it'll stop my music. Yeah, that's hilarious. The lag is real. We are hit hard. Okay, so I like this. This is good stuff. Yeah, this one's really unique. It like straightens out completely in this weird like it actually looks like water when you have it in a container and it hits the side with like the surface tension. But this is cool. All right, and does it loop? I just have to make sure all of our stuff still loops. All right, fronts and ends. Checking the loop. Yes, that one loops. I feel like all of them should loop from this point because we've been using multiples of 2 and whatnot. Alright, that one loops well. We're about to be able to start using these and building something out. That one loops. And that one loops. Okay, perfect. Oh. Nice! Mr. Wanapon got 3,000 subscribers. Very good. Oh, I just pressed a button and I don't know what I pressed. Always a danger when there's so many shortcuts in this program. You just hit something random and you have no idea what you did. You're like, I don't know how to undo that because I don't know what button I pressed. Okay, well, if we turn all of them on at the same time, it just looks like a mess. And probably will lag a lot. Oh, that's weird. Oh, this is kind of gross. It looks like slime or sludge or something. It's very, like, anytime an animated movie wants to show, like, sewage. That's funny. Alright, so I'm tempted to actually export these separately, just so that we don't have to deal with the lag going forward. Also, there's this weird sawtoothedness, and I have to fix that as well. So we're going to do an effect here to try to fix this. And the effect I'm actually going to do on a brand new adjustment layer. I just found out about this effect recently, and it's such a cool effect. But how in the world would we smooth this out? How would we smooth out just pixels? Turns out you can do it like this. You do 2 effects. First, you're going to add a blur. They always used Gaussian blur, so we'll see if Gaussian blur is better than the one I use, which is fast blur. So you blur it out just a little bit. Alright, we blur it out, and then once it's blurred out, they add an effect called levels. And in levels, you're able to basically do contrast of color and whatnot, but the other thing you can do with levels is contrast of transparency, which if we turn off our little back bar here, really this is just all about transparency right now. So, if we take our transparency and condense the edges, we actually shrink it down into a sharp line. And if we just don't take it the full way, boom, we've just smoothed that out. I can probably blur it even more. And then sharpen it a little bit more. But there we go. And that is a smooth, like before and after. Oh, that's such a giant difference before and after. But that's a really cool effect I just recently learned about softening anything. Like if I added text into this, which might be something we do later. But if I say hello, like this is a very blocky font. And if I put it beneath the same effect, it'll blur it and then smooth it. And look, it just smooths it out. It's such a funny effect. So that's a cool effect that we might end up using a bit more later. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and export these one at a time. So composition. Add to media encoder. That song keeps ending right there, 8 seconds before the actual track is done. And then it's so like, oh, I wish it was slightly shorter. There was a story of a guy named Jacob that was later named Israel. He talked about it in the Bible. And yes, they are very... I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many names that just, like, come from biblical times, or just the Bible. And so it's, like, it's funny how many, like, all of those names are super common because of that. I hope you're having fun saying, 1000th time. I think you got the high score for saying, Good job. Nice. Alright, so we need a place to put these that makes sense. Also, should I keep it like this, black and white? I'm tempted. I could just make it a video file instead of a PNG sequence. That might be better for me. Let's keep it a video file. Because that keeps my organization a little bit better. So new streaming assets, I'm just going to drop it right into here. This is going to go right in this main directory. Save that. Perfect. We got wave number 1. In fact, I think I can go ahead and add all of them in. This will be wave test 2. My name's from the Bible. I mean, when you start going through, like, biblical names, it's like, it's every common name, basically. I mean, if we even broaden it beyond the Bible into just religious names are the majority of names on Earth. I mean, the most common name on Earth is Muhammad. And that's just from Islam. And so it's like, and so the Bible names from Judaism and Christianity, they cover a giant portion as well. I don't know if there's any common names that come through, like, Buddhism or other faiths like that. I know that the Abrahamic faiths, you know, those 3, they create a lot of the names on Earth. So many of those names are come for that. But names are interesting. It's also interesting to see over time, like over so much time, how many different versions of those names there are. Because John is basically one of those biblical names. But I'm Jonathan, which also is John and Nathan. So Nathan is connected to John. John is connected through there. Jack is actually a nickname for John. What else is there? I think I've covered most of them. There's John, Jonathan, Nathan, Johnny. Johnny's another one. Yeah. Conversations can be tough, man, and it's not bad. Like, I will say, if anything, if you don't feel left out, your little comments have been entertaining at the minimum. Also, I like your apostrophes on the... Oh, you put apostrophes around your Nice. I didn't know why you did that. I thought you were just going, like, weirdly, like, bruh. I thought that's what you were doing. Jason. Interesting. Yeah, Jonah. Oh, yeah, if we just started going through and naming all the names that, like, come from the Bible, we would just be naming, like, just all the regular people on Earth. Perfect, yes. I mean, socializing is hard. It's hard to come up with topics, which has actually been, like, streaming has been a giant exercise for me in just knowing how to talk. Because the stream immediately becomes boring if I'm not talking, right? Like, this has been the biggest challenge, is finding out how to constantly talk and actually making it interesting, right? Because I could just keep talking and it not being interesting. I could talk about nothing, you know? But the trick is to be an entertainer, to be actually entertaining, you know? Like, telling you something that's interesting, which is tough, by the way. It's tough when I don't have an insane amount of a social life. Like, the majority of my day is spent working on our videos, and so when I go from working on videos to doing a live stream, it's like, what are my fun stories from the week? Nothing. I have no fun stories. I worked all week. So that's been a hard challenge for me, because I know a lot of streamers, they'll kick out some funny stories, they'll do that stuff. I have been doing research. I really want to make sure these streams are as entertaining as possible. Ironically, what we're doing today is part of that, right? Like, making a very cool custom stream setup is something that's big for me in wanting to make the entertainment value better for the streams. Alright, we might get some lag as I render this. I have no idea, because we haven't tried rendering it through here yet. So we're gonna see if we get lag from here. But nonetheless, we can chat. Alright, how we doing? Are we lagging? Oh, we're not lagging! This is good! How is it not lagging here? It's still doing the same thing. We're still rendering the video over here, but it's not lagging. Weird that it's different when we do it this way. I don't know. Kroger is a market, yes. Oh wow, I just accidentally stretched out that way too big. I just wanted this to be there, thank you. Yeah, working in a job where you have to talk to customers will help you get that speech up as well. Oh, I'm glad they're the highlight of your week. I hope to make them more of a highlight as I make them more entertaining. Because I mean, like, you stuck with me in our starting stream, so I know that you entertain with those. The more entertainment I can put into these, I won't lose that. It's not really a rainbow, actually. If I show you the full shirt, it's just a circle. It's blue, yellow, and red. It's the good old days, so not particularly, no. It's actually Nintendo. Got the classic NES. A shirt like this is funny because I actually love classic, like, video game stuff. I love this era and such. But I can promise you I've never actually played on a real NES controller or played a real NES. So I'm very much a poser. I am a fake fan, fake nerd. I haven't, or fake geek, I should say. But yeah. What's my favorite sport? It's a good question because I'm not too into sports. So it's actually probably a very... You know what? I'm actually interested to think about what my answer is, just because I'm super not into sports. I feel like I understand the... I feel like football might be my favorite sport. And that's just because it's the one I think I've seen the most of. But I like the complexity of the rules. I finally learned how it works. And by the way, I will say American football. I know that we have a global audience here. So American football, not football, which is soccer. Is it lagging a little bit when I do this? Yeah, it might lag a little bit. But I can't stop it now. We have started the unstoppable train of rendering, so just don't watch the stream and just listen. But yeah, I really like American football. Mainly because, I mean, the only time I ever watch it is around the Super Bowl. You know, the biggest game of the year is the only game of football I actually watch. But I love the party environment that comes around the Super Bowl. I love hanging out with friends, eating snacky foods. And I have, you know, I used to only like it for that reason. You know, when I was a kid, I couldn't care less about, you know, the actual game itself. But I enjoyed the party element. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed hanging out with people. But as time went along and I kept watching more Super Bowl games, I started actually enjoying the game itself. So I like the rules. I like the tackles. I like the like bear misses and whatnot. So yeah, it's probably my favorite sport. Really enjoy it, despite the fact I never watch it. I should say, my favorite sport isn't football. My favorite sport is the Super Bowl. That's my favorite sport. Oh my gosh. Incomplete, yeah. Well, you know what's funny is technically every rainbow is a circle. Did you know that? So here's the thing about rainbows. Rainbows are just light being refracted by water droplets in the sky. The reason we only ever see the arch of a rainbow is because we only ever really see it with the specific angle of sunlight that only lets us see half of that circle. If you were up in the sky, you could see a circular rainbow. In fact, if I just go ahead and do a Google search, if you're in a plane, if you're in an airplane when you see a rainbow, there's a high chance that you can actually see a circular rainbow just because of your height in the sky. So, circle rainbow. So this is an example. Someone's flying up in the sky. This is also another example, is if you have a misty sky, you can potentially see a circle rainbow right around the sun. But so yeah, otherwise, and these all look so fake. It's funny how fake these look. This is a double rainbow too. It's so funny how fake they look, but they all are actually real. Element here is something that you can see in real life. If you're flying in a plane and you have the correct view, we should actually know if any of these are real because we should be able to see like the shadow of the plane, right? Like, the shadow of this plane is probably somewhere over there because of the sunlight angle. This one I get. Okay, so this one is cool because they're actually standing on the mountain. See the shadow right here? The photographer is standing on one mountain, pointing the camera to the other, and they're getting to see this almost full circle. The circle actually stops down there because there's no mist right here, right? The rainbow is only visible because of rain droplets, so the reason that it stops here is because there's no mist. And that's also assuming that, like, this is actually a real picture of a rainbow. This one is a very cool, different one. This is technically a kind of rainbow, but this rainbow is only possible from ice particles. So this is what happens when you're in a really cold environment and there's ice crystals in the sky. You get this really cool halo effect. I don't know what it's even called. What is this kind of rainbow called? It's like a white rainbow or something. I don't know. But this is probably one of my favorite kinds of rainbows, is the ice crystal rainbows. They're so cool. I'm trying to share something I think is really cool. Yeah, it's an incomplete halo. Yeah, in fact, this might even be called a halo. You're gonna log off and not pay attention just like your normal school. That's all I've got to say about rainbows. If you don't want to learn, I get it. Learning sucks. I think this is super cool. I think a lot of things are super cool, though. Oh, this is a little infographic that just says it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all the cool things. That's it. Rainbows have now run out of cool things to say. I think there's actually one more kind that I'm forgetting. I'm hoping that maybe a random picture will show me it. But that's it. That's it. Oh, this is probably the other one I was thinking about. Is when it gets really dispersed and it gets this. It looks like an oil spill in the sky. Yeah, that one's really cool. Oh, these are cool because you can see the plane shadow. Oh, wait, are all of these always like that? It's just a... Oh, that's cool. I love these. These are so cool. Sorry, I enjoy that a lot. That actually bought us some time because we're still rendering here. Like, I'm just having to wait for this, so we might as well talk about something cool while we wait for the render to happen. Hey, Bike, you have it going. Actually, you know what we can do is we can start picking color palettes. So I've got a couple of websites that we can use. I'm going to go to graphic design, and we're going to go to coolers.co. Coolers.co is a place where you can basically design color palettes. So if I start the generator here, we're gonna be able to design some color palettes and kind of figure out what colors we might want to use here. Hello! Ready to see how fun and easy it is to create a palette with coolers? Let's go. Let's go through their tutorial. Hit the spacebar to generate random color palettes. Like a color. Click on the lock icon to keep it. Now only the best matching colors are... Oh, very good. Okay, so it's automatically picking good matching colors. Look how the palette is being created. Click and space, click and space, click and space. We have to tell you, it's easy to get addicted and spend all day smashing that keyboard, so stop for now. If you already have a color in mind, you can select it with the color inspector. Have a photo with beautiful nuances, upload it, and extract a color palette automatically. That's cool. Are you satisfied with the palette, but like it to be a little bit warmer and saturated? You can easily adjust it. Ooh, that's cool. And then now that you're really done, you can export it. You can also have I don't have a coolers account. Your palettes are available there. One last thing, you can create fantastic collages. Thank you. Hey guys, we did a tutorial. So spacebar, cool. I guess we can keep... I'm actually looking for my salmon. I feel like I can just copy and paste it in, right? What's a bright red? Let's go ahead and just tell it the color we want. You gave a class on those. Rainbow Flame. I ran out of little beverage. Let's see if I can find my color here. First off, I could... Oh, man, I love this color palette. Wait, can I... It said we can upload images, right? How do we do that again? Create a palette from a photo. I'd like to upload this image, please. Yeah, let's try this one. Actually, ooh, this one's really nice, but let's try this one for now. Look at that. Okay. So there's a starting color. Okay, well, we can pull this up at any point. Actually, can we... Yeah, just get rid of all of it. Laser Lemon! What a fun name. This is actually a beautiful... Look at this color palette. I love this color palette in and of itself. I can see why this website could be addicting. Oh, these are very good colors. Alright, nickel. Let's go ahead and actually find my graphics here and see if I can't just get the real color that I need it to be. Streaming. Oh, scared of darkness. You really left and came back? My man can't even sit for a single... How do you survive school? This was the most entertaining lesson you could have been given. Or you passed school. If you're past school, maybe it doesn't matter for you. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Where did I keep that folder? Is it just on my desktop because I'm horrible at organizing? I think it is. Twitter icons is the folder it's called. And then I have to go to, I don't even know, new YouTube icon. And then I have to go to final versions. Okay, so here we have my streaming icon. Can I actually load this in? Ooh, let's try. I don't want to. Yeah, we can try. Actually, let's open this in Photoshop. And then I can like pick the colors I want. But before we actually go and custom pick the colors, I want to see what will happen if we just drag and drop this in. So let's create a color palette. I'm going to browse for an image. And I would like this image, please. We're creating a color palette currently for the actual stream background. And I'm trying... Oh, look at that. It's weird that it took my flesh tone, though. So let's go ahead and open this in the generator. And I'm going to lock our... Look at the... It says Portland Orange. So Portland Orange is apparently our color here. We're going to lock these three. And let's generate the middles here. Oh, that's weird. That's cool. I really want... Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. Orange, yellow Crayola. That's kind of nice. It's giving me a lot of browns. I don't know if I like the browns. Brown might be the best one, though. It's giving me too many blues. I don't really want a third blue color. I want 3 warm colors. Now, rosewood looks good. Oh, gosh. No, thank you. Okay. I like this color palette so far. This is a good one. How can I save it? Can I export it as a image? Or wait. What does it mean, PDF? Can I have a... I've never used this website before. Let's do an image. And we'll call this palette 1. Oh, how do I spell palette? Oh, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Where's the word palette on this website? There's gotta be one. Oh, it's literally on the top. Okay, palette, thank you. Palette 1, let's go streaming palette 1. Okay, export. And we're gonna save this up in our streaming files, into streaming assets, and I'll just save it here. You have to pretend to be a monster to defeat your fears. I like it. Yeah. Scared of the Dark is an interesting one. I'm going to unlock everything but our red. Maybe I'll keep this... What color is this? Skoboloff? Metallic Seaweed? It's my new band name. Metallic Seaweed, that's so great. Alright, let's generate... Ooh, I need some reds. Give me some reds. I could maybe keep buff. Alright, buff isn't giving us some good combos. It's really not giving me anything I want. We got orange, yellow, Crayola again. Oh, that was a good red and I skipped right past it. Ew. Why do they think green works with this? I realized that this yellow and this blue is basically like the colors of like the side wall here. That's actually hilarious. That's really funny. I bet you if I unlocked this red, we could accidentally like load up the color palette of our wall using this website. Corn. It's giving us orange, yellow, Crayola multiple times, and I do like it. I guess our other two... Ooh, that's cool. Let's maybe unlock the blue. Try to load something else in. Minion Yellow. They did not. They did not call it Minion Yellow. Oh my gosh. Ooh, the green actually looks better with only reds. I actually like the mint cream here. That's cool. I want like a yellowish. Green yellow? I don't know if I want it to be green. I can also do some custom colors on my own, just in Photoshop, but I wanted to see if we could find anything cool from this website. Oh, here we go. Here's something cool. I like this. Alright, let's export this one as well. Image. What did we call that? Streaming palette 2. Okay. Did that work for you, Jacob? I've never tried that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I just kind of stayed scared until I grew out of it. I don't know what made me stop being scared of the dark. I don't know. Just getting older. I guess realizing that the monsters didn't exist. Because I was never really scared of the dark. I was scared of things that I didn't know were in the dark, right? Like, there's that natural human thing of, like, what's in the dark? And so I guess as I got older, I'm just like, well, this is a safe room. I'm fine. I started getting comfortable with locked doors. I'm like, hey, if the door's closed, we're good. Ain't nothing getting through that. Alright, I'm going to create a new composition here. These were my wave tests. So now we're going to just do... you know what? Let's start right away with doing a Be back soon screen. Alright, so we're going to create a Be Back Soon screen, and we'll go from there. So, let's create a new layer, solid, black. Alright, and I'm going to drag in all of those footage pieces that I just loaded in. Or just rendered, rather. Alright, so where is it? Where did I put it? New streaming assets right here, wave tests. Here we go. Oh, facing a fear of heights is big. That's a big one. Okay. So we also have to design all the font stuff too. So let me show you generally what the goal is here for how we're going to do the color palette thing. I also need to pull up some references for myself on the outside, on the top screen. Oh, you know what? Let me drag in my color palettes as well. Alright, color palettes, they're brought in. Reference. We've got a lot of reference here. Okay. So, we got a lot of things to figure out here. The first thing is I have to make sure I understand how this works. So if I do a layer, new, I just need new. Layer, new, solid. And I should be able to just do this as what? The black level at 50? Okay. And then I can create a new one where the black level is at 0, so it's just white. Oh no, that 0 is 1, okay. Oh, how did I do that? I want to go back to the way. Wait, how did I do that? There we go. Alright, so we have white, gray, and I need to make 2 middle grays. You felt trypophobia with a fan of SpongeBob. I feel like SpongeBob's holes don't feel like holes. There's only a couple of, like, there's moments in the show where they become much more hole-like, but for the most part, it's kind of easily ignored the fact that it even has them. And I believe 75, we've got our middle gray. There we go. And then layer, new solid. Last one we need is a 25. So the trick here is we're basically going to create the entire stream layout with these 5 colors. Which, sure, that's pretty boring, right? It's just a bunch of gray. But the reason we're doing that is because after the fact, we can add in a new adjustment layer on top of it all. I'm going to add an effect, and the effect is going to be called Toner. And when we add in Toner and choose Pentatone, it gives us 5 colors that we can put into the brightest bright, and then the middle 3 brightnesses of bright, midtones, dark tones, and shadows, which line up exactly with the colors we just did. So, ironically, if we add in our color palette right now, and put it on top so I can pick whip it. Alright, so if we have our color palette here, and I just select this one by one, this will automatically turn into our color palette. And that's the power that we have here, is we can make the entire graphic design in grayscale and change the colors after the fact. And that's a very powerful effect that we have now. So, very excited about that. That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be weird though, because we're gonna be working in grayscale, so it's gonna feel weird for a while while we work on this. But it's all just setting us up for being able to adjust this at any point in the future and making the colors whatever we want to at any point. We're not locking ourselves into colors that we don't like. Okay, so let me go ahead and reset all of these positions here. Can I do it without having to... Okay. So we have our 5 different colors of tones. Yes, start counting the Mississippis. Alright. Let's start building something then. I think let's go ahead and go from like black to gray, I think. And if I just throw in a wave. Let's throw in a wave. So which one is this one? This one is... Oh, I'm glad that it started up at 40 seconds too. Are we still lagging? So we're not lagging as we render it this time. I fixed it by pre-rendering them. So this is the one I like this one. Here, let's look at all of them so I can know which one's which. Let's just get out of here. Get out of here. So wave test 2 is the very subtle one. Wave test 3 is the really warpy one. Wave test 4, I really like number 4. 4 is really fun. I think my favorites are 4 and 1. 3 is useful, but like really lumpy. Don't know if I like the lumpy. In fact, 4 might be my favorite. It's simple, and maybe that's why I like it so much. So let's drop in 4. And we're gonna start designing. I'm gonna be doing this designing using probably what, the mesh warp? Probably mesh warp. And we'll go ahead and make it something simple like 2x2. And now we can just adjust where this warp goes. And I want to make it kind of like rounded here. We're gonna make this like a rounded edge. All right, let's lock the adjustment layer so we don't click it. Wait, what was I warping? I was warping this, right? Where's the effects on it? Oh, did I add it to the wrong layer? I see. I added it to the adjustment layer instead of this. And now it's gone. It's going to take you a lot longer to type seconds out when you type out Mississippi each time, unless you're copying and pasting. Okay, so we can go... I mean, honestly, if I just take the entire layer and just offset it like this... How's this look? Like, on its own? Ooh, look how cool that looks! Okay, so there's a little bit here where it goes up. I don't want us to see that. And I think the thing we're going to do here is use mesh warp to make it bend into this corner. I'm also going to make these middle points go in a bit, but then have it extrude out so that it enters into the frame. Oh, look how cool that's looking. I actually feel like we need to pull down. It's getting too big in the middle. Oh, there's still a bit here where the edge is creeping up. Where's that? I just saw it a second ago. Didn't I see that? I thought I saw the edge creeping up. I'm loving this. Do you get? This is a cool starting of the effect. All right, so far it looks like it's looping well. I guess we can play from the end of the animation to see. Oh yeah, that's looping. Very good. Okay, and so let's go ahead and add in a couple more of these, I suppose. We'll just keep going until it's good. I really like that one, but let's try to use our other ones too. Bum, Bum 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 bum. Okay, we'll add mesh warp to this as well. I would like it to just be a 2x2. We'll warp it in. That's good. Hello, welcome Keaton. Hi, how you doing? A SpongeBob episode title: The Moving Wiggling Piece of Strip Bacon. I don't know if I like the top one. Also, the bottom one might actually be moving too fast, which is unfortunate, because I do like it. It's actually my favorite when it comes to the shape. You want to be a part of America's Got Talent? Dude, that's a big thing, man. Oh wow, the way that a little bit of this edge is popping in like this. Oh, this is interesting. Also, I have no idea if there's lag during that, sorry. I like the speed of the top one. I really like the speed of the top one. You love the effect? Cool. Yeah, we're gonna see. So the trick now is to layer this a whole lot to figure out what our best version of it would look like. Yeah, because I feel like if they're not going at the same pace, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good that the bottom corner is faster than the top corner. And the only thing I could think of to do there would be to make it slower, but doing so would make it potentially have issues. Oh no, how do I do that? How do I do that? Or do I just speed up the other one? Is that bottom speed bad? It's just really fast for me. I think it's just gonna be distracting. But if I slow it down, it's gonna be missing frames, and I don't want it to look like it's missing frames. Let's see. Let's try to slow it down, because maybe it'll just look like a slow animation. Yeah? Let's go composition settings. This is now going to be a 80-second animation, which is, I mean, whatever. I can type in 80 and it'll do the math for me. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to take our wave 4 time stretch by 200%, please. Okay. I'm going to look at this closely, and we're going to see if this looks bad for being, like, joltedly animated. We're going to see. Well, you see, a lot of people probably are just, you know, watching it with ghosts. That, my friend, is what we like to call in the business of streaming as, darn it, I know the name of it, and I just completely forgot it. Darn it. Not floaters. Oh no. Lurker. A lurker. Not every person who watches a live stream likes to chat. At the end of the day, some people like watching a live stream and even looking at chat. They like reading the chat or, you know, all that stuff, but they don't like partaking in it. And that's okay, because that's just a different kind of personality. There's some people who just like watching. And so, yeah, there are going to be some time, pretty much always, you're going to have more people watching the live stream than actually engaging in chat. It's the people who are a bit more social who actually like to engage in the chat. Everybody else, they just like to watch it. And I get that, and that's cool. I highly support our lurkers, because at the end of the day, they're giving us another view, and they're here to hang out as well, you know? Even if they're just listening while they're doing something else. Okay, so now let's check this out. Let's see if the pacing is good for my eyes. The pacing is not good for my eyes. So what we have to do now is manually go in to this wave test. Which one was it? Is it this last one? I think it is this last one. Alright, so we have to manually go in here, and we have to fix it. So, we're going to fix it by slowing down everything. What's our slowest speed? We have a 1, we have a 0.05, we have a 3. That's a big problem. Oh, is it only 3 effects? Good. Okay, so we're going to slow everything down by half. Let's make the 1 go down to a 0.5. Let's make the 0.5 go down to a 0.25. And let's make the 3 go down to a 0.15, right? Yeah, 0.15. Yeah, that's half of 0.3. Okay. So now, this should be the right speed, and as long as it loops at the end, we're just going to have to render it again. Alright, good. So this should be a half-speeded version, and probably will end up better for us. Well, some people just never interact with chat. That's the thing. Some people, they'll watch live streams but never interact with chat. Heck, I'm one of those people. I've watched live streams and I often rarely interact with the chat. Partially, though, that's because all of my accounts have, like... I don't like drawing attention to myself when I'm on another streamer's, like, stream. And the last thing I want is for somebody to be like, whoa, you're J Chase Films and whatnot. So I rarely chat just because of that. I don't like my account being out there and people being distracted by me when there's another streamer doing their thing. Especially if they're a smaller streamer. I actually have watched quite a few smaller streamers. But yeah, I'm one of those people who I don't interact with chat when I'm watching another live stream. So I get it. I'm the one person who gets it the most, I think. But I'm very grateful for those of you who do interact with chat because it's fun and you guys are making it more entertaining for the people who don't. When I have things to talk about and when you guys give me things to talk about, it's much more entertaining for the people who are only listening in. So we all appreciate you. I can understand that, and that is why I'm also aiming to grow this channel so that we have more people in active chat, because it can feel a little lonely when there's only 4 people chatting, and especially if they're not chatting about something you're interested in. So, yeah, we're trying to grow it. We are. That's why we're constantly making improvements on the streaming, the whole channel and everything. I'm putting this in the wrong file because I went on autopilot for a second there and jumped into our project file for the avatar video. Alright, this will be wave test 5. And that is set to render. I want to actually test to see if we can make those cool little circle things that we saw earlier. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, I'm feeling lag right now. It doesn't look like the stream is lagging, but I'm feeling lag in the program. Alright, we're going to create a circle. I don't want it to have an outline. So let's just delete the stroke. And I'm going to use Venetian blinds. And we're going to see if we can recreate that, like, lined circle thing that we saw earlier. So let's just put it at an angle. We'll put the transition completion at... Ooh, there's that effect. Here's how they did that. That's cool. I like that a lot. Now, how thick should we make these lines? Probably not too thick. Thinner looks better, I think. I don't know how thin we should go. Probably that's good. It's giving a very weird effect. The black on white is kind of messing with my eyes. Also, it's not centered. Hello? I would love if this could just be centered. Position is 0, 0 good. Alright, there we go. So now it's centered. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. Well, that's one effect created. Oh, you know what? If I just go sideways, 90. Yeah, I think it creates a nice, even shape right there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's still actually going to be a little buffering right now because in the background we're still rendering that other effect. So once that finishes rendering, we'll have a little bit more bandwidth on my computer here. Let's go ahead and I'd like to lock the effects inside here. I don't want to change them. And it looks like it's not going to let me lock that. Which is fine. Okay, you do what you want to, computer. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. And I would like to replace number 4 with number 5. I'm just waiting for this to be done now. Thought that there was a cat down by my legs. Okay. So the interesting thing that I'm interested... You know what? Let me try something. Because I'm interested to see how gradients are going to work with the effect. We'll find out soon, I guess. So wave test 4, I'd like to replace you with wave test 5. Alright, so projects, streaming, live streaming files, new streaming assets, and wave test 5. Okay. Did that work? Are we good? Is it going at its normal pacing? Time stretch, does it say 100? It says 200. Why does it say that? Oh, just because, yeah. Alright. Hopefully I just fixed it. That was a little confusing, but I think I fixed it. And it's gonna lag a little bit while I render this, but I'm hoping I fixed it. I really want this to have... I feel like now I've discovered what the effect is. I just want a lava lamp-like effect. Okay. Let's check that pacing. How is this? That's better. Does it match the other one? Alright. They at least match each other now, which is good. I think now from here, we can add in a couple more. I'm going to try to add in the subtle one and see if we can add this in a place that makes sense. I'm also going to apply a screen mode on these so that the black portions of them aren't visible. Let's see. Delete that. Alright. Where can we put this one? This one could just be like down here. Do the warp again. Throw this up here. Oh, wait, I didn't put 2 on both column and row. There we go. Hey, what kind of video games have you all been playing recently? What's your favorite kind of games? Okay, we're gonna see if this looks good here. I need to make sure I kind of... Oh, you know what's funny is because it's so subtle, I can kind of do whatever I want with its shape. And then the subtlety will work with it, probably. Alright, we're gonna bend this down that way. I think that'll work well. Let's try that, let's try that. Well, can't think of a username. What games have you played recently? That's why I tried to start a conversation starter since we just stopped with the whole thing we were just last talking about. Oh, and the music stopped because of lag. Love it. We're almost creating a weird middle shape with all these edges. Boop. Okay. This is good. I almost feel like the subtle one is doing almost nothing for us, though. It's like the one thing that's the weak point. I could just attempt to make the entire thing be on the corners. So basically have... Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. I'm gonna throw in... Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna have composition settings. We're gonna go back to our 40 seconds because now we don't need the 80 seconds. We're animating this for the actual live streams themselves. This is what's going to replace our normal streaming setup, which I guess I'll keep this on for a bit now because Let's breathe one final breath of air of this stream setup. But we're no longer going to be in this setup. Hey, hon.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I apparently accidentally opened up a new composition. All right. We're going to take wave test 1. We're going to duplicate it. You know what? Let's go ahead and make this our top layer of... Well, I guess it is already a top layer color because it's white. So I can duplicate this. And, oh man, I wish I could... Let's copy our light gray here. Duplicate that. And we're gonna make this be visible through there. So let's do Luma map, please. Thank you. So now if we carry this through... Aha! Now we have a second layer. I'm imagining the outcome of a lava river, lava lamp kind of aesthetic, yeah. And that's what I'm hoping for. So right now our two options are either A, I just keep dragging these out and they'll all animate at the same pace, or B, I offset it a little bit. And if I offset it a little bit, it'll just be a little different for each version of it. So we'll see if that looks good or not. Let's duplicate the dark gray now. And we'll do the same thing here with the Luma matte. Oh, wait, I don't want it to be on top. I want it to be below. Okay, and so I can probably go ahead and use the warp tool here to take these edges and make sure they stay off, or just scale it up, that also works. Alright, and we'll offset it a little bit more. But yeah, Smash Bros is your favorite game. Fall Guys! Fall Guys is very entertaining. I've played a very small amount of it, but it's been very fun. Ooh, look at this. That's cool. Now we're getting into the very cool layering that we need. That's awesome. Alright, let's do one more dark gray layer for that top corner. We're gonna go matte again, turn on the gray, push this out, and I'm gonna take the mesh warp out. Alright. Do that. Move this out. And we'll delay it a little bit too. Played a scary game that was TJOC, and you played it on Android. Game Jolt. Ah, yeah, I've heard of that app, I think. Oh no, I'm missing... it's so hard to scroll through the chat with this one specific thing. Okay. Hatsune Miku, Project Diva. It's a rhythm game. Wii Baseball! I love specifically that you're clarifying Wii Baseball, because that's very fun. I think Wii Baseball, for me, my favorite two from the Wii Sports was Wii Baseball, and then, unless you're talking about there was a specific, I don't know if there was a specific game for it, or that might have been DS that there was a specific game for it. But Wii Baseball and Wii Boxing were my favorites on the Wii Sports. Yeah, I think offsetting them is definitely the play to go here. This is much more interesting. And it's creating already that really cool design that we want. So let's go ahead and throw in the ones for the other side too. Oh, you know what? I really would like to have all of the same pattern be the same color. Let's make wave test 1 all be purple. Let's make wave test 2 fuchsia, if I'm pronouncing that right. And wave test 5 will be our green. Okay. So now we can duplicate this, duplicate that, do the whole parenting thing, and bring it out. Offset this a tiny bit. Oh, that's so cool. I love the effect that this is giving. We also have to find a font that's going to look good. I really need a good... Those are the latest games you played. Gotcha, gotcha. Still play it to this day. Nice. Dude, some games stand the test of time. They really do. It's impressive how many games can do that. Like, I Some of them are not as, like, actively playable as others, I will admit. But, like, I recently, you know, when I got the Super Mario All-Stars, you know, with all the classic games in it, it's amazing how much that stays just... Those games are classic. Super Mario Galaxy, such a good game. It's impressive, just the things that they're able to do with that. But that was an insanely fun game. See if I can't relay this a little bit more. Alright. And lastly, dark gray. On the Luma mat, turned on. Speaking of Super Mario Galaxy, nice music. Alright. I'm gonna have to put this on a lower resolution so that we can actually watch it and it not lag a ton. Let's try watching. See how this looks. Yes! So the games that I've recently played, Uno reversing him. I'm right back at me! So I'd say the biggest game I've been playing right now is Elder Scrolls Online is the one I've been playing the most of. Has there been anything else I've been playing? Not really. I used to be playing a whole lot of the VR game Population 1, which I very much enjoy. But I haven't been playing it a lot recently. They made an update in Population 1 that made the combat different, and so now it's like harder to actually like jump into it now. And also there's no active event. Like there's nothing to actually build towards right now, because normally they'll have an event where as you're playing the game you're like getting rewards, and so by getting those rewards you get to get in-game items and stuff. So I really enjoy that, but they don't have an active event right now for like 2 months in a row almost. So there's been almost no reason for me to play it because I'm not building towards anything. Once they have an event going on again, I'll probably jump back into VR a little bit more and play that more, but there's no reason right now. I'm actually excited because Elder Scrolls Online, that I've been playing a lot of, just finished an event that was really fun. And oh, look at that. And the way that they're going in 2 different angles, whoa, I'm loving this graphic right now. Look at that. That's really cool. What a cool this is so cool. You like Uno, but you haven't played it that much. Yeah, Uno's very fun. People always joke that it's the way to make enemies out of your friends because of how like brutal it can be with the Uno reverse and giving them a bunch of cards and stuff. But it is quite fun. It is quite fun. I actually, you know what I have? Let me show you what I have. I got something fun. I have a version of Uno I know none of you have. I can promise you none of you have this. If I can find it, of course. You know, that's the big deal of being able to find it. This, everyone, is a version of Uno that you do not have. And it is. Wait, let me get my... Do I have a full screen display? Are any of these full screen? I really need to... Let's see. This is as close as I could seemingly get. Where's full screen? I just don't have a full screen of me, eh? Ah! This is a very bad version of that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm adjusting something I have and turning it into a full screen. Ooh, okay. Almost have it. I almost have it. How's the anticipation? I'm trying to show you this thing and now I'm just waiting for technicals. So, the one version of Uno that I have that you do not would have to be miniature Uno. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. I have the tiniest pack of Uno you've ever seen. Look at this. Look at how tiny these cards are. It's a full working deck. You can actually play Uno with this. Fully working, all the cards you actually need. Not very well shuffled, as these are all the yellows and reds. I have not even shuffled this deck. And then you've got Look at this, the tiniest wild card. Can I focus on that? Look at that. That right there is a deck of Uno that I know none of you have. But you can get it at like fun little stores. Actually, I think we got this at a Barnes & Noble, not Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. So just a bookstore had it. Any shop that'll have like novelty stuff might have this. It's an entire brand of stuff. If I focus on this, it's a brand called World's Smallest. And World's Smallest, they get the permission to create tiny products of pre-existing real products. So World's Smallest is really fun, and they have like miniature versions of anything you could think of.
They have a mini Rubik's Cube.
They have a mini Rubik's Cube that works, yeah. It's so cool how they do it, but they just make tiny versions of pre-existing things. But World's Smallest brand. So they have like, here's all the stuff they have. They have the world's smallest Rubik's Cube. They have the world's smallest Etch-a-Sketch. Oh wait, you guys don't even see it. Wait a minute. Let me go back to my normal streaming setup. It would help if you guys could see my screen, right? So they have world's smallest Rubik's Cube, world's smallest Etch-a-Sketch. They have world's smallest Lincoln Logs. That's hilarious. There's the Uno that I have. Barrel of Monkeys. The world's smallest Nerf football. That's great. Magic 8 Ball. So much fun. Smallest yo-yo. Look at it fits around one finger. So the world's smallest brand is a very funny brand. Also a working arcade machine, but it's the world's smallest. So yeah, that's a very funny brand, and it's so tiny. And like on the back, like the packaging is really well done, because it's legitimately, you know, like exactly what you'd expect from the real packaging. It's got everything correct, but it's printed so tiny. It's so small. I don't know, did it come with a tiny rule booklet? I don't know if it came with the tiny rule booklet. You would hope it would. That's kind of what makes sense. Yeah, okay. It's also got the tiny rule booklet as well, which has all of your normal Uno rules that you need listed right there. So what's funny is that this actually looks like the normal size. This is like the normal Uno card, like rule booklet size. This doesn't look changed. They were just able to fold it and make it fit. So there you go. That's my show and tell. Could you imagine being an elementary schooler and bringing this to show and tell? This would be like the best show and tell. Everybody would love you. I have also seen the Giant Uno. Giant Uno is very funny.
I want to get Giant Uno.
Yeah, we need Giant Uno. We need Giant Uno, and then we need to play a game where it's Giant Uno with Small Uno, and they're both stacked in the same deck.
Jeez. Sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, it sounds fun. That sounds like a... sounds like something you could stream. Oh, maybe they're not stacked in the same deck. No, they have to be. That's the way you play Uno. But you could have 3 different decks, and you could choose which one to draw from. The standard one, the jumbo, or the mini. And that would be funny. Alright. Uno Jenga styled card game? Or just styled game? So it's like, you pull Jenga blocks, but you have to do like, pull 3 or something? It is almost shaped like a milk carton. You could drink the game of Uno now. And hola to you, Spoger. Hi, welcome. Okay, so we've created, oh, this is so cool. I love this. I think the bottom right is still moving at a slightly faster pace than the top left, but they're so much closer now.
Hey!
Wow, kitties are fighting, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they're running around. I don't know if you guys heard the like stampede there. I don't know if I want to keep this bottom left corner. I almost really like the tunnelness of like if I turn off that corner. Let's see, which one is that? It's wave 2. I really like just that. Just that is a really cool design. I'm also seeing how it's like very similar to the thing we already have. This is almost just a personalized upgrade of the background we already have. Game, yes. I like playing the game. What can I say? Let's go ahead and try... Okay. I want to do a couple of things. First off, I realize that we don't have any gradients going on here. And the gradients would be nice. But let me get in our color effect toner. We're going to throw that in. Let's grab our really red palette. I want to start with this one. And I am going to... I'm realizing that I don't know which colors I want to do where. Because I wanted white to be the background. Let's try something here. Pentastone. Let's make black. Let's make the background white. Let's make... Let's make... Maybe it goes to yellow. And then maybe it'll go to... black? Maybe black just doesn't work with this color. Like, maybe we need to get a different color thing. Yeah, I feel like the middle color needs to be in between. Let's do like a peachy color in between. This is very hard to find a good color. Man, getting a good peachy color is very tough here. Let's also swap out these two. I'd like it to go to the red first, and then to the maroon. Alright, how's that look? That's interesting. It's actually very vibrant. I actually really like that a lot. Yeah, we had show and tell back when I was in elementary school in Florida, the land of the Florida man. Oh man, I love the way the bottom one looks. The top one's really cool and all, but that bottom one has such a cool wave pattern. It also looks like it loops so quickly that the yellow is almost at the same pace as the top layer, which is neat. So one thing I want to figure out is if we can do some gradients. Oh, you know what we could do? Let me try something here. So we've got this layer here. Let's see, what's that bottom one? That bottom one is the dark gray. And what I'd like to do is duplicate that. But I want it to be white. I'm gonna try something special here. So we're gonna do this, duplicate it, make it the Luma matte, and we're gonna blur that top one a whole lot. Using fast blur. And what hopefully this is gonna create is a kind of glow. It's not doing it because the layer's not on. There's the glow. I don't want to repeat the edge pixels. So that's cool. So we can create a bit of a glow here. And I want to do it on the other one too. So if we duplicate this one, duplicate that, do the same thing, do a Luma matte, and now I need to copy that glow. What did I do wrong? Oh, the layering I did wrong. Boop. Okay. And now if we turn on our colors again... Whoa! Whoa. Okay. Now we're getting into the cool territory. Gradients is... Oh my gosh! That's from one simple gradient. Just going from black to white, we get all the colors in between. That is so cool. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be this cool. So we can feather this out more. That's cool. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try pulling in. I need to name these layers. This is getting a little confusing. Let's delete wave test 2. What is this? This is, okay. Top left, 1. Top left, 2, mask. We're gonna keep the grays as gray. Top left, 3, mask. This is, what is this? Is this my glow finally? No, this is top left 4. Top left 4 mask. And this one is my gradient. Probably. What's happening? Is there 2 versions of the gradient? What am I missing? Oh, I see. I could have just had it as the white. Gotcha. Okay, I'll remember not to rush, yes. Thank you. So it's actually doubling up on it, which is creating a cooler glow effect. But that's just because we don't actually need the first one. Okay. So this is top left glow. That's top left glow. Bottom right glow. Alright. Let's make this a bit easier to see. Cyan. 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 And then down here we're using green and let's use orange. Green and orange is probably good. Orange. Okay. And the bottom ones we'll keep red for now. That's a little bit easier for me to read now. I just have to name these as well. Bottom left 1. Bottom left 2. A celebrity who said a lot. That's a good question. I feel like that sounds insanely familiar, but I can't name one. Gosh. Like, man. That's like crazy familiar, but can't think of it. Okay, yeah. So Goldberg. Whatever his first name is, Goldberg. Also, I can stop recording on the camera now that we're not in full resolution. Just stick back a little bit. When I record on the camera, it gives us HD, but when I'm this small on the screen, we don't need that. Wow, this is looking very cool. So I just need to continue this gradient effect. Let's go, we've got this one here. I would like, wait, why is it that one first? Because I got top left 4. Okay. We're going to duplicate this top left 4. I'm going to make both of these pink, just to emphasize that they're different. I'm going to make a fast blur here. And let's make this color different. We're going to fill it with... Alright, we need to turn off our adjustment here. I'm going to fill this with maybe white or maybe black. Where's our pink layer? Let's try filling it with black. I would like to not repeat the edge pixels, and we'll go in a bit. Elon Musk does say a lot, yeah. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom one too. I just want to duplicate this. I'll make it pink. Not lavender pink. And let's see where our effects are here. I'm going to copy the fast blur, and I need to fill it to black. Paste the fast blur, fill to black. Alright, we'll move it. Alright, let's see what that does with our colors now. That's interesting. So it's bringing us to the white again. Which I kind of like. But what if we do it the other way around? What if it fades to white from yellow? So it's more like, it's more like this. Let's cut it from there and paste it to there. That's a little bit cooler. That right there is a little bit cooler. So we can do the same thing on the top. Where we're gonna cut it from there, paste it to there, and then move the mask. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Okay. So we'll continue to do that, I suppose. We can go ahead and make the orange layer here. We're gonna undo that. Fast blur it. I feel like the effect now is the same thing each time. Let's make the bottom one fill. And instead of to black, let's do 75. Well, I'd like it to be here, 75. Wait, is black 0? So I need 25. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, fast blur. And we move this back. Oh, but the yellows mesh too much with each other. That is an issue. So... how do I fix that? Maybe this is one where it's actually the other way around. Maybe I want... Oh, you know what? This might be a little bit better. Yeah, the other way around. Ah, maybe it isn't. It's hard to make that gradient look good. Maybe I just need to feather it a lot more. There we go. That's something interesting. Am I using highlight color? The highlight color is white, which is the... Yeah, I guess using the highlight color would give us some of this, like, dark red, which would be nice. You know what I might try? So we've got this layer here. Alright, let me duplicate what I just did here to the bottom right one. Let's make this color blue. And now I want to duplicate this, make the top one blue. Let's go back to our blue one. We're going to copy that. The blur is at 225. So we're going to fast blur to 225. 225. Why did it look like nothing worked there? What did I click the wrong one? Yeah, I did. All right. Repeat edge pixels. All right, here we go. That looks cool. Are you using highlight color? Because that's going to turn all of your light colors to white. Yeah, the name is probably different in English because I'm not familiar with trauma as a color-based thing. Okay. Trying to figure out... This looks good. This is definitely getting somewhere. Also, if we add back on our... Oh, now this is when it's looking cool. Oh yes, the circle looks so much cooler now that it actually has like some intentional color around it. It's unfortunate though. Okay, wait a minute. The unfortunate part of the circle is that the shape isn't moving with it. So I need to like pre-compose this so it's its own thing. Fun circle. Okay. Now when I rotate it, it actually rotates. That was a thing that was not working with it. Also can maybe take the transparency down to like 50. Ooh, that's cool. Color blending mode. So no, we're not using color blending mode at all. This is all just the gradients that are being made by our black and white, and we're converting that black and white into color. Which, yeah, you know, seeing it in the black and white, it's a lot easier to see what we're doing. It's amazing how that color transition goes. I'm loving that. Okay. Let's keep doing that. We can go up to the top gray, and we'll duplicate the top gray. I want to go maybe crazy with this one. And what I'm going to do is have the top one, we're going to do the fast blur again. And I'm going to go fill for the bottom. And we're going to fill it with the brightest color, I think. Which one is it? That one? Yeah. So we're going to fill it with the black in this case. This will maybe create a very contrasty bit right here on the top. Okay, we'll see how this works. We'll change these to sandstone. What is that? It went from just the layers itself. So turn these to sandstone as well. Let's copy the effects. Fast blur, taste, fill, paste. Okay. Nearly tempted to just keep the whites on top, perfect white. But I guess the only thing we could do is bring them out a little bit. Oh wait, no. I'm on the bottom left one. I'm gonna fill this with not the pure white, but the 75. What did I do wrong? Oh, I can't do that. I have to make it a layer. So let's go ahead and duplicate that. I believe this is our 75 actually. Did I just do it right? I might have just accidentally done it right. With the exception of it being filled in. Alright, that was a lot for me to have to figure out there, but I think I did it. What's this one? What is that? I'm a little confused at all the things I'm looking at, actually. Oh, is that the same layer? Legitimately lost. So this right here, we have the gray one, and that's based off of this one. And then we have that, and then an off-put one. Alright. Hey, you have a good one. Thanks for joining us. I'm so lost at, like, what I'm looking at here. Those are, like, two vastly different things. Oh. Interesting that fast blur is doing... Oh, fast blur is destroying the mesh warp? Is that what's happening? I have to put fast blur on before the mesh warp. But outside of that, I think they were actually the same layer. So I can just delete one of them. Alright, let's turn on our colors and see if that worked. Ooh. Kinda did. And it kinda didn't. I don't think I like the, it going bright in the middle here. I think it needs to go darker. Dude, this is what my normal job is. I'm always just sitting down and working. It's more entertaining when I get to stream. And plus, this is a fun thing to work on. Man, it looks so cool. But it just has like some weaknesses here. So one thing I actually want to do is improve the bottom bits, the bottom bright glow. How do I do this? Alright, and I can probably do it on the other side as well. Okay, that's neat. I want to fix the ones up here just because I didn't like it once I saw it. Let's see, is that the glue? No, that one looks really good. It's the next one, the sandstone one. All right, how do we improve the sandstone one? We can blur it up a bunch, but then it just looks like the same color, which isn't great. All right, well then the trick is that I don't want it to be this color. I want it to be white. There we go. If I do that on the bottom one, we might get a better chance to see like what this is going to look like. Let's make this white. Huh. Maybe not even either of those is right. Maybe I need to make it middle gray. It's funny how I can't figure out what's going to work here. This top layer is the hardest one. Oh, okay. That works. I like that. So middle gray is what we need to make it. Okay, perfect. So each top layer is just reaching down to the one below it, effectively. And so for this top one, then, you would think that that would work, but it's not working. So bottom right... Is this the one? Yes. Ooh. It's a good question. I don't know how long this stream is going to be. I feel like once I figure out this one main layout, and then once I figure out, like, maybe after that, some of the fonts and stuff, that might be the end of the stream. Because it's definitely taken longer to do this than I anticipated. Which maybe is just how art goes in general, let's be honest. Ooh. Maybe it's just this one color palette doesn't look that great. You know what? I have to have the blur on the outside. Why is it stopping there? Like, if I look at just this, it seems to want to stop. Oh, but it's not even stopping. So something else is happening. This is an optical illusion being created by that one layer. If I put this below, it might look better. There we are. Now it's doing something interesting. Bring in this glow, maybe? Where's the glow? Such decisions. Okay, duplicating this, putting it on top now, and blurring it a lot. That's definitely interesting. We've created... That's crazy. This is a very vibrant background. Alright, now I have to match all the weirdness that I just did on this side, which I think I can do somewhat quickly. Because it was... yeah. So we're going to turn that off. Let's duplicate it. We're going to feather it underneath. Bring the top one up. Duplicate out. I would like to bring in this light gray solid. Yes. We're going to duplicate that. Bring it up all the way to there, probably. That's it. That's what we need. Now it's just a fast blur. That took a little bit of actually replicating. It was tough. Correct, yeah. Each gradient is being presented anytime it goes fully from black to white. Which makes it a very interesting puzzle of organizing the colors. And so what's cool about the thing that we just made now is now we can do any color palette we want. So this is our color palette we have right now. But we can go ahead and throw on a new version of toner. And let's see if we can play with a different color palette a little bit. Let's see if we can find something that... So we have this. What if we just invert the whole color palette? It probably won't look good, but I'm going to try it. Like, at this point, we have to get to the experimentation phase and figure out if there's anything that might be a better idea. Ooh. Okay. So this is the inverted version. I'm wondering if I can change some things up to make this work. It might be that... What if I keep the bottom part white? Oh, no, not at all. That didn't work. I feel like this yellow to white doesn't work. And so it might be that we just need to go, like... somewhere else with it. What does yellow transition into very well? I feel like white's the only color that's going to work there. I feel like if we were to go with this color palette, I would need to change the way that things fade a little bit. I really like this, though. Hey, welcome back, welcome back. I do like the top gradient. I feel like this one bit here is not good, though, because it should be a shadow instead. But I'm not going to change anything until we pick a final version, because so we have this, or we have this. Oh, that is two entirely different views. Okay. This is so cool. The alternate, like, versions that we can get. So this is version 1, color-wise. Version 2. Version 2 has a really cool... I want to change version 2's middle. And change the shadow, but I do like the way that the yellow starts in the edges. Oh my gosh, bagger outside. Yeah, man, it's been insanely hot. We're gonna throw a new toner on there. Let's try our other color palette we made in the website. This has blues in it. I don't even know if this is gonna work with our style. Because we made a lot of gradients here, and I don't know if the gradients are gonna work with this. But we can try it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just try going from one to the... yeah, this is actually going to be interesting. What do I want the lightest color to be here? I feel like let's start off with the lightest color being yellow. And we can go to red. Then we can go to brown. And then we can go to the dark blue. Ooh, that transition doesn't look good. And then the bright blue. Okay, let's try making the darkest color brown. And then we go to the red. And then our middle color is yellow. What if the top color is just dark red again? Oh, that's interesting. That's so lava. That's like very lava magma going on right here. There's some things I'd need to fix. But that has a cool vibe to it. I'm just gonna copy that. That's a good one to keep. Let's try that with the color palette again. I want to try to fit the blues in somehow. Oh, I haven't even tried with blacks and whites yet. So right now we are working on a new background for our streaming setup. Like right now we had this, actually you guys can't see it at the moment. We had this orange setup, but I want a new, cleaner look to the stream. And so yeah, we're testing some color palettes right now. I made a giant. We just worked on this in grayscale, and what I'm able to do is apply different colors to black, gray, and white, and that's making really cool gradients for us. So I really want to see if we can fit in the blues somehow. So let's go red to the yellow, and let's see if we can't mesh into the light blue. That's not too bad so far. Dark blue. All right, let's put like a white in the middle. The top just doesn't want to... The way I did the gradients on the top does not want to mesh well together. Let's just reset this. Let's go from the... Let's go from the lightest color here. Let's go to the red. And let's go to that. And then... Let's make the bottom color white. And this color, like, I don't know what to do. I hate that. That looks bad. I wanted this to work. I liked the blue. But it's hard to make it actually work. Maybe the middle has to be... The problem is all the gradients we put in. Like, we put in so many gradients that it's impossible to do a gradient that's, like, not... Huh. Maybe blue to white like that? And then dark on the... Okay, that's closer. That is much closer to actually working. I love the top here. That looks so good. What if we just lighten up the blue? Yeah, and then it just disappears. What if this goes back to this middle salmon? Oh, that's vibrant. This looks like candy bacon. Maybe implement some... Oh, look at that color! What a color that is! How does it look on full? This is going to take some time to load this. It's rendering it. I know! Hey, having a good time with friends is very good. I don't know, she's somewhere in the house. She's probably working on something, or... We've been doing a lot of house cleaning recently, and I don't know, maybe she's just relaxing. Relaxing is also good. She's relaxing is what she's doing. Enjoying a lie down, which we both desperately need, honestly. We've been running pell-mell for the past while. Okay, well, let's save this as an option. I really like the top there. I feel like... So having the darks in the top... Let's look at some of the ones we've already done. This one is super lava-y. This one is very fun. I feel like our top ones, the first, oh my gosh, yeah, the ones we did at the start are still some of my favorites. Just for fun, let's try to find a random color palette. You know what, I never even tried to fully use the white and the black here. Let's undo all this. Let's keep just the red and the yellow and see if we can get a random color. See, that's pretty, but it's not gonna work with gradients. That's the problem, is right now, I mean, we could undo the gradients, but we've, ooh. Hmm. Wait a minute, isn't there, I think I have a website for gradients. Design gradients. Ho ho. Looky here. Ooh, this yellow to orange to pink looks interesting. It's almost Instagram-y though. I want to stay away from Instagram. This one's very fun. So this is... Can I just copy like one bit of it? It's making me copy like the entire thing, which I don't want to do. But that's okay. I can pull this up to the top and I will use it as a reference to type in some numbers. You like the combination of the yellow and the salmon? What, like this one? Or were you talking about... That's like a burnt orange. That's really, it's so cool how they do the pink and the blue like that. Let's try some of these. I'm just gonna, you know what we can do is use toner, but not actually go, let's do tritone. So I'd like my top color to be, let's have the top color be whatever this one is. I have to type in the numbers. D0 2020. Okay. And in the middle, I'd like it to be FF 896D. Okay, and then for this bottom one, we have to invent our own color. What else do we have on our other colors that was fun? I could just copy this. Let's copy this one. Also, I could copy our yellow. This is a bit too much of one color. Let's try our yellow. Our yellow might really work well here. There's something there. Is it not? Mm-mm. Oh no. Let's go... Ooh, getting it really saturated there. Here we go, implementing some of that color there. I meant in your, okay, in my designs. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Let's just copy this again. So now we just have this pink in the middle. Which, what if we just swap it with our red? I like that. So if we just pull up the saturation a little, ooh. I mean, this is probably nearly the same as our top one. Let's compare our very top one to this that we just created. It just is a little bit more blurred in. Then we have this. Oh man, that's so cool too. It's so hard now. Now I've given myself too many choices, and it's just like, oh, they all look good. I like the central gradient on this one more, though. I don't know, the white's pretty fun. But if we do this, it's easier to put white text on it, and that's a big important thing. They do take a while to arrive. We've got a bit of a delay for today's stream, unfortunately. It does look very Space Jam-like. You're correct, Bevo. You'd SpongeBob in real life video with ghosts. If you want to do art, go for it. Alright, is that all the gradients? I mean, the only other thing I could think of is just going straight with the tint effect. And tint is only 2 colors. So this is where we can do our D0 2020. Okay, first off, look at that. What if we just go from red to white? That's simple. It's very simple. You know what? Let me try... Actually, let's keep a tint in there just so we have one ready. But let's do tritone, which is just 3 colors. And I want to go to the red. Oh, shoot. No, stop. Alright, let's go to that red, and then let's go to the dark. That's really cool. But now if I pick the yellow, we're basically in the same field. Ooh! Oh, that one's cool! Oh my gosh. Okay, keeping that. That's got some really cool... Oh, that's something amazing to that. I just want to swap this now and see what this looks like. I feel like this is just a more saturated version of our first one. Right? Because this has the brights to the darks. Oh no, here. Is that imperceptible? Okay, so we have this one, which is slightly peachy. And, wait, I forgot that I can do side-by-side comparisons in this program. Alright. So this is number 5 compared to number... Why is it not numbered correctly? 6. And 7. Alright, so... This is number 5 and number 7. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing with 2 different versions. Oh, it'd be fun to put the Flying Dutchman in one of our videos for sure. We'd have to figure that out. I mean, obviously, if we do a Halloween episode, that's what we'd want to do. Look at this gradient they've recommended. It's just gray. You can barely tell. Okay. Well, let's turn off all of that. Let's go back to our tint and see if we can't find something. Let's go from white to the red. That's interesting. Red to red. Yeah. Whole lot going on there. I just don't like the pink, you know? Let me try a tritone. Have the color go from red to white and hit orange in the middle. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty fresh. I feel like also that's fairly similar to what we're going to have at the start. I'm just using simpler colors. This has a bit more variety in the colors compared to... Or is that just almost the exact same? Alright, so comparing this to... I almost feel like, yeah, the tritone version is a little bit easier on the eyes. This one's so strong and so vibrant. There's also a weird greenness to it. It feels slightly green. This feels a lot cleaner. Okay, Any other tests I can do with this? Oh, I could try yellow. Yellow would be weird though. But let's try F 500. Oh my gosh, black and yellow. To FF B800. That's interesting. It's got a fun glow to it. Let's do one of the weird ones. Just to try, you know, we won't know if it's bad until we try it. And so this weird one is going to be from yellow to pink. So let's go FFF 500. And it'll be pink on the outside. So FF00B8. Oh, it didn't type the 8. Okay, that looks nothing like their example. Their example makes it look so nice. But no, it does not work out for us. We could try doing the opposite of that. Let me invert the colors here. Oh, inverting just turns it blue. First off, look at that color. That's fun. Too bad my color pattern isn't that, huh? Alright, yellow. And let's make this one FF00BB. Yeah, that purple's just not working in general. It might slightly work in the tritone, but... So I think that's it. I feel like we've run out of colors now to test, and I feel like it might be time to move on. Just double checking. If I refresh the page, does it give me new gradients? It might just. Nope, it's just the same gradients. What's the point of a gradient website if it's just going to do this? Okay, so that's it. It's just like pre-generated gradients. Fair enough. I really like this blue. I know, it's so tough. Especially when I'm trying to make it match things I already have. Alright, well let's just take a look through each of our colors and get a gut response. Gut response, vibrant. Gut response, very chill. Could maybe adjust the inside glow here because I think it's a bit too glowy. Gut response, lava, bad. Not gonna use that, I don't think. Yeah, not using that, deleting it. Gut response, also bad. I like the outside of it, ironically. You know, can I change that pink? Maybe it's the pink that I don't like. Yeah, you know what? I think it's just the pink that I don't like. Because I actually kind of like how this is peachy. It's just too white. I wish the gradient faded a bit better. That's kind of cool. So this is a very like champagne color. All right, well that's a much more interesting choice now. All right, let's keep that as is. This is not part of the Avatar parody. This is for our future live streams. It's going to be the new background for all of our future live streams. Or at least part of it. I'll have to change up the elements in order to actually make it work for, like, individual pieces of streams. Ooh. Ooh, that one's cool. Much cooler than that one. That one is super cool. I love it. That one has an almost, like jack-o'-lantern glow to it. Oh gosh, it's mixing them together. That's a cool... Oh, no, don't tell me I can start mixing them together. Then there's like infinite combos. Whoa, mixing them together is ending up really cool. Okay, there's legitimately an infinite number of combos for what I could do now. Wow, that's drastically different. You know what, I still really like this one recently that we just did. Wait, no, is that the one we did, or is it this one? Yeah, we have this one, number 4, and then we also did something similar right here. I think this one's almost better. So the tritone on the bottom versus 4. Let's compare the two. I might remove one. Alright, so we're actively on the tritone. Yeah, the tritone is much better. I think. It's actually hard to tell. Not actually, but they call that the champagne color. Champagne is the real champagne is close to that color, but not really. I like how chill it is. It's got a very chill vibe. Yeah, champagne is basically that color. So basically, whatever color we have on the bottom is our final colors, and it gets adjusted by, because like, this is our final colors, but it'll be adjusted by whatever we put on top. And that's just based on brightness values. Oof, that one's cool. Wild. That one's interesting. So then what's my favorite colors then out of all these? Probably... Let's see if we can pull this one down to the bottom. So this one's going to be our main colors, but it's going to be adjusted by everything else. Ooh, oh my gosh. Wow, that's cool. It's hard for me to know if something's too cool for using, like, in live streams. Because it's like, is it cool or is it going to be just distracting? Oh my gosh. That's wild. I do love how glowy that is. That's cool. No. Not for that one. Well, this just dulls down the effect. It's amazing how many colors there are. Oh, just turn it off, okay. Wow, that one's so cool. Oh my gosh, there's so many good combos. I'm not gonna find something. I'm really enjoying right now these glowing edge ones. The ones where the edges are just like the brighter color. It creates a very cool vibe. Ooh. Can I get this inverted? I would like to just put an invert on the top of the stack. Look at that. That is super friendly. Dang, I like that. And you know what? It's a like looking at the normal stream setup that we previously had. These colors are almost a friendlier, warmer version of what we already had, right? What we already had a similar orange, but it had too much brown. This has no brown. It actually has red instead of brown, which is so much cooler. All right, so we're gonna end up having a color similar to that. That's cool. Let's go ahead and just so this stream can end at some point today, let's move forward into finding a fun font and designing this to be a Be Back Soon screen. And then I'll do a lot more work off camera in finishing this up and creating other elements. But I am happy with where we've gotten so far. I really have to pick the color. That's going to take the longest time for me. Okay. You know what I forgot was also in this? The fun circles. The fun circles. They add something to this for sure. They need to have a slow rotation is what they need. I don't know if they're going to have enough time over 40 seconds. We'll see. If I put the fun circles underneath the color adjustment... Ooh, they go dark red. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. I also realized that we probably could have put the... I want to try something. Okay, wait a minute. So our top layer is white, and white will be our darkest layer. I want to try something. I'm very interested to see if this is going to work. So this is the bottom glow. This is our bottom left mask. Let me go and turn this on, move it up. I'm going to change the warp a bit. Man, I hope this works. We're going to see if it does. I'm going to delay it a little bit just so it's also offset from everything else. And now we're going to put the Venetian blinds on it. Whoa. Okay, hold up. This is a cool effect. What angle should it be at? I don't know what angle this should be at. Okay. And now if we turn on the color again, look at that. Hold up. How can I make this? It's got a weird... I want it to be... Because that's cool. And it animates. Yeah, so I can turn on the fun circles again too. Okay. Oh my gosh. The way that this right here pops in is so cool. So that's definitely going to be something added in. Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful start to this. Let's go ahead and start font hunting. I guess for the first bit here, we can just, man. Minimal. Oh gosh, how do I type the words? Minimalist font. Ooh, that's a cool one. Free minimalist fonts. Let's go. Oh. I wonder if they have a minimalist, like, pixel font. I actually really like this one. Let's get that one out. I don't like that one. What? They have a perforation one? That's so cool. Ooh, that's a really cool one. Check that. That's pretty simple. I like what they did with it here. That's such a cool effect that they did. Ooh. Ooh, fonts are fun. I like fonts. Oh my. Modern design. Oh my gosh, that's a bit too fancy for us. That doesn't say J Chase. Ah, that's interesting. I like how it offers the line versions, because there's something that we could do that's cool with that. So we'll try that as well. Whoa. When they put that background on it, this looks like a very cool font. It's basically just a sharp, like, thick font. I don't know if I like that for the streaming though. This one is cool. And I feel like if I round off the edges a little bit, it'll be even cooler. Alright. Well, we can try some of these. I think I want to try one specifically. This one. This one's interesting. If I get... download for free. Does it download everything? Oh, I gotta enter my email. It's a trustworthy website, right? Oh, they're gonna try to sell me stuff after this is what they're gonna try to do. Would you like to buy some fonts? No, I would not, thank you. Okay, and they have emailed me a font. It'll be the first time that a website has ever emailed me a font. My free font, thank you. I cannot resell it. Good, that's fine, not gonna do that. Okay. Download this under just downloads is good. Wow. It's taking some time to do this, eh? Did it download it? I love when it just like disappears. Like you press the button and it just says, hey, you know, I don't know where it went. There it is. Okay. So, oh, I exited out of it. Commercial. OTF. Let's do the black. I'll take that. Lavello. We'll take that, please. And let's do the line light. Because I've got an interesting idea for this. Install. Okay. We'll jump in. Now we should have these fonts. Be back soon. Let's, I don't know what I did with this font. There's something weird going on here. Okay. Lavello. Lavello black. Here we go. Not perfect. Not exactly what I'd say I'd want, but, Give a fake email. Well, they literally emailed me the file, so I needed their real email. That's the problem. Alright, so I need to center. Be back soon. And now what I would do is duplicate this. I'm going to drop it down to the edge. And I'm going to make this one have the other version of this same font. So it's the same font, it'll have the same shape. But instead of this, I want their line light. I see that I have it bolded, which I don't want. I don't want either to be bolded. So does it not line up? It legitimately looks like... Oh wait, where are the outlines then? It looks like the outlines don't line up, like the font is different. Okay, hold on. Let's do this again. Duplicate. Take the font. And I just want you to convert it to the light. Yeah, it's wider. Why would they make it wider? That's funny. Okay, so I'll just shrink it down. So whoever designed this font designed two versions of it that don't look the same. Which is weird. But this is what I was going for. Trying to give it like this interesting echo look. And I feel like I could also improve it by copying the darkest color. So if I just make it... Boom. Make it that red. Put the red behind. That's cool. That is very, very cool. I love that. Awesome. Okay, well, I might still play around with fonts and whatnot, but at the minimum, everybody, this is it. This is our new animated graphics for stream. I'm going to be converting this into other pages. Like, I'll convert it into a... So, one thing I really want to do is make a transition as well. I'm probably going to end up doing a lot of work on this in between stuff, but this stream was the start of it. And now we did all the trial and error to figure out how to do this. But I think you guys have a general idea of how I'm going to be continuing to work on this in the future. And I'm excited to kind of put all this together and create a whole new stream, like, brand. But I'm excited. Because, oh my gosh, literally, wow. Let me just say, comparing what we had, look at this, like, look how brown this looks. And now just look at this. Imagine a whole stream with this design. I'm really excited. This is going to be a huge upgrade visually. Alright. Fantastic. Very hype. Very, very, very hype. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and go into the full screen. And whatever our next song is going to be our sign-off song. So, boop. Perfect. Thank you everybody for showing up today. Today has been a very fun and fantastic stream, and without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye. I look forward to utilizing this wonderful, wonderful new art very soon, because it is so cool, and I'm loving these colors, and streams are getting upgraded. Other things that I'm going to be upgrading for the streams is I'm going to be having some fun stuff where it comes to things that pop into the frames when people like subscribe. Hopefully I can get a cool little graphic to have like, oh, beep beep beep, somebody subscribed. And so we're going to have some fun stuff like that. Basically, the next stream that we do, which is going to be a Minecraft stream, so I have to figure out, I guess I should use this stuff for Minecraft streams too. Because I had the really cool, you know what, I had the Minecraft setup. You know, with this background, I had that background there, but I don't know. Should I? Yeah, we could. Here, you want to see it moving? We can show you this moving. I just need to. Oh, you know what? I pressed the wrong button. Let's not do that. All right. There's gonna be a little bit of lag here as it figures this out. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna do a small section of it just because it's going to lag a lot to set this up, because there's a lot of layers in this now. But one other thing that I might do is have the fun circles rotate, because right now they're just standing still. They might rotate, or they might... Here we go. Finally doing it. Alright, let me just do it on the outside first, because it's getting confused. This is what happens when I try to render out, like, a very complex, lots of layers while streaming. My computer's graphics card is just going, ah! It is struggling. Okay, here we go. It's almost done. It has done so much. It's trying its best. Little computer that could. It'll be nice when this is rendered out as a video file, and it will always be playing in the backgrounds, huh? Oh, it's so close. It's just right there. It just needs the tiniest little bit of extra. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, good. So, this is not looping perfectly, but there's our example. That is what we've done today. Man, that looks cool. And it's a one-of-a-kind, too. Nobody has this. We just made this, so... That's so fun. I feel like something else that I could do that would be very cool and subtle is imagine if I took one of these wave patterns and, like, did something cool with the color of these outlines back here. So, like, this dark red, instead of just being dark red, like, there's an animation going through there, and so it's textured. Like, the white would probably stay pure white, but that, like, back outline... It would be really cool if that back outline had, like, a texture going too. I can make a lot of complexity. And the cool thing is when I make the pop-in elements as well, like the stuff that, like, pops in and, like, says, hey, new subscriber, all of those things, I'm gonna theme this same way. And just to show you the last thing that I might do is, you know how when I transition from different scenes, you know, if I transition to my full screen right now, it just fades. Like, that's all we've got is a fade or a click. And I'm thinking it might be fun to have a cool, like, transition. Like, imagine across the whole screen a giant, like this, like, lava-y effect, like, flows over the screen, and they get a cool transition over the whole thing. I should be able to do that pretty easily because I have, within my wonderful files, some assets that I downloaded from our stock footage website that we use. And it's going to be under cartoon assets and cartoon effects. And so I've got a lot of the things like, let's see if I've got something here. Here's some electricity transitions. This isn't what I would use. Oh, yeah, okay. It doesn't want to load it in. I'll load it into After Effects. Actually, you know what? There's probably a... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dynamic elements, maybe? Alright. Ignore their music. But see, like, this right here is an example of one of these pre-made transitions. But they've done some that are liquidy that I've downloaded, and I literally can't even find them. Is it under dynamic? So, no, this looks like a bunch of electrical stuff, too. Somewhere they have it, and I know I have it. Maybe it's under cartoon elements. Alright, this one has one of them, I think. It's just oceany. I'm really trying to find it. If we can just find one here, then I'll know it's the one I pick. Fire elements, explosion, dynamic. I have 2 dynamic elements. Why do I have 2 of them? Oh, this is smoke. This one down here might ironically work, but I'll have to look, and I might even not have the right pack for it. Oh, here we go, liquid elements. I missed it right here in front of us. So they have a lot of these transitions. And I could use one of these using our color palette and make it gradiented as well. Ooh. This top right here. That one's cool. So I'll play with that, and I will make it match our color patterns, and I'll do some fun stuff with that. I'm excited. So, you guys couldn't even see it. I was showing you and I wasn't even showing you. This is what I was talking about. Transitions. That was so funny. Sorry I was on the wrong screen. But I can take these transitions and put them to our color palette, add some gradients to it, basically the same way I just did the effect I just did here. So that'll be fun, and hopefully I can have those transitions happen when I cut in between the different scenes. So, thank you everybody. It has been a fantastic stream, and next stream is going to be another Minecraft stream, and we're going to actually be getting forward to actually building things. So let's go ahead. We're going to make at least the outside of Squidward's house. That is like my... Wait, do I have any of the blocks for that? Maybe we'll just make Patrick's house and start with SpongeBob. Who knows what we're going to do? It's going to be tough. It's going to be like crazy having to design all that. But that's part of the challenge, because I'm doing something that is supposed to be intentionally impressive, and you can't get impressive things without trying hard. So thank you for joining us. That is going to be the end of the stream today. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye! Ooh, got transition.